Hey, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Let me check live out real quick. All right, it's gonna be a round table chat. Okay. Let me change the structure. How you do this? Fixed grid, fixed panel. Right. Here we go. Hey, shalom malak. How about Ahchyam, y'all Shabbarakatam, you and your household. So I give about maybe like 2 minutes, for brothers to come on up in here, and then we can start. I'll be right back. You can go to the table. I'll be there. And you should be done soon. And then you can read your book.
Okay.
Oh, where my phone at? Man? I thought it was in here. Oh, right here. Cool. Alright. Hey, shalom, boxer, shalom, kakama, shalom to y'all brothers. How about Ahchyam, y'all Shabbarakatam? Shalom, brother Shaquaya. Right. And this is a round table. Anybody could come up. Anything. Alright, I'm gonna be talking a little bit about, I got this interpreter's Bible, from the library today. And it's the interpreter's Bible, right? And I was just going over it a little bit. It go off on certain things, but some things it be hidden. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna bring some things out that I saw that was interesting. And talk on it. But hey, first and foremost, facing the east, all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'Hachem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hachem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us this truth. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, keep striving for the masteries. All right, the name Yahweh, that's the Father's true name, which means He is, He exists. Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning to be or to exist. So His name means He is, He exists. Right, and that's the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash, the holy language, the holy tongue. Not English, not Latin, not Spanish, none of those. All right, so it would not be Jehovah, it would not be Yiddish, it would not be Yahweh, it would not be, Yehosha, or none of those names, because those characters were not invented when Moses was given the name, or when Abraham was making altars after the name, right? So the proper name is Yahweh, and then the son's name, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, or Yeshua, or any other old wacky tacky name. His true name is Yahweh Shai. Once again, Yah meaning he, Hawah Shai meaning to be, to exist. Salakia, to save, to deliver, or is salvation. All right, so he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. That's the proper name of the king. And then, Bahashem, in the name, Rakah Kadash. Rakah meaning spirit, and Kadash meaning holy, set apart. So we have a spirit that's holy, a spirit that's set apart, right? So we shouldn't be mingling and doing everything else that this world is doing at this point in time. We shouldn't be trendy. We shouldn't move how they move or act how they act, right? So we are a set-apart people. Yeah, let's get into this. And I want to bring out, I gotta find it again. Dang, I forgot exactly what page that was. Oh, I found it, I think. Yep, right here. Now these are a couple coins that, and I'm gonna show them. Let me see. Let's get this off this. Right, these are a couple coins. And this is, once again, in the Interpreter's Bible. You could get this at your local library for the free ski. All you need is a library card, and that's for the free ski as well, right? Now, going down here, I'll read a little bit of this, okay? Whereas Rome reserved to itself the privilege of silver coinage, Palestinian mints were allowed to strike bronze coins of the usual denominations. This currency may be divided into three categories: coins of the cities holding a charter of franchise, coins of Herod and the Herodians, viz. The tetrarchs, Agrippa I and Agrippa II, coins of the governors of Judea, the procurators, right? Coinage of the first Jewish revolt, which is what I'm really going to focus on, right? And as you can see, it has the time period AD 6670, which we know, that was the time period of the temple being sacked. Silver shekels of the average weight of 14.27 grams or 220.2 grains were struck together with half shekels and quarter shekels of the same type and standard. Owing to the increasing scarcity of silver, bronze tokens of half and quarter shekels were issued the fourth year of the revolt. These coins have been attributed erroneously to Simon Maccabee. Coins commemorating the victory of Rome over the Jewish nationalists. Now it wouldn't be Jewish. This would be us, right? This would be the Southern Kingdom, all right? Over the Jewish nationalists were struck in the name of Vespasian with the legend Idua Copta Judea conquered. All right, that's basically what they were saying, okay? And coinage of the second Jewish revolt, it has it over here. I'm about to show it. As you can see, it was another revolt, 132 AD to 35 AD. The coins of the second revolt fall into three categories. Retract, I'm about to mess these words up. Often restruck on imperial silver, restruck silver, denarii, Bronze coins, most of them restruck on imperial brass. The currency was issued in the name of the Jewish leader Simon Bar Kokhba, who assumed the title of Nasi or Prince of Israel. 1 denarius and several bronze coins bear the name and title of Eleazar the priest of uncertain identity. Local currency issued after the victory of Hadrian over the Jews, AD 136, bears the new name of Jerusalem, which had become officially Colonial Alia Capitolina. All right. Let me see. Brother got a question. How did you prove your ribs? How did I prove my rib? I only got one rib. How did I prove? Shit. Through time. Through time. Through time, bro. Through time. But red flags, right? Conversation. I'm a sapiosexual, whatever they say. I like the mind. So if a chick can't hold a conversation with me, every brother is different. So in general, let's go to the scriptures about that. And then, first, I'm gonna show y'all these corns, and then we'll go to the scriptures about that, But tell us how to get that ain't, we ain't no marriage counselors or none of that shit. Is that, first and foremost, the scriptures say, make wisdom your spouse. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is what you need to understand. I'll bring the brother up, right? A woman should not be, you got to get this truth first. You understand? Like, you got to get this truth first, bro. Hey, Shalom, Malak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Barakatah.
Hello, y'all about Shemal Shabarakatha. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
But, we're going to hit some scriptures on that for the brother, Mr. Stewart. But I'm going to just show these coins real quick, and then we can go into that. So, as you're going to see, you got, these are illustrations of coins that they was using. This was under the Persians. Hey, can you mute up?
Hello, how are you? Good.
What the hell? So maybe she didn't know she came up here. All right, this is under the Persians. Okay. Kneeling figure of king holding spear and bow. Right? And just show it. So this is what the Persians used under the Persian Empire. Now, as time periods would go on, and this is why this book, I picked up this book, because it actually tells you about what? The Hellenistic period. Right? So as it keeps going on, local mint, Bronx, bearded head wearing crested helmet, boom, boom, boom. Now, as the time period would change, you would come under what? Alexander. All right, this would be his coinage. Hercules, he would have a coin of a head of Hercules, right? So that would be his coinage. So this would be the front, and this would be the back, right? And then you would go on to the dividing, the split, right? You got Ptolemy. He would have this right here, all right? Now, if any brothers ever played Assassin's Creed Origins, you would know that Ptolemy is, he's like, I think it's Ptolemy the second, I believe, is in leadership at that point in time, because Cleopatra is indeed an Edomite, right? Her father is an Edomite, right? So she would be of that lineage. So she's not a Jake, how many individuals may think Cleopatra was a Jake. No, she was not, all right? So at that point in time, this is why some individuals would say the Egyptians are white. Well, yeah, at that point in time, the Egyptians were ruled by Edomites, So that was under the Hellenistic period where not just us was Hellenized, a whole bunch of other nations were Hellenized to be under, these guys that ruled over these lands. So then going to Antiochus, right? And you would have his coinage. Boom, boom, boom. That shit look weird. But anyway, the Maccabees, John Hyrcanus. You would have their coinage. Now, let me see if I can zoom in. As you can see, brothers already know what that is. That's that Lashawan Kadash. Okay? So we had the Hebrew on our coin, right? And that's what you're going to see as we go over some of these coins, right? The Lashawan Kadash was indeed on our coin. So keeping it going, I believe this is still under the Maccabean period. And as you can see, you still got a little bit of it. That's Hebrew. And that's definitely Hebrew. Okay. And that looked like Lashawan Kadash as well. Yeah, I believe so.
Salakia, you know what that also proves? If the Maccabean period is showcasing that they used the Phoenician prototype style characters, that means that when the Herodians came into power during the ancient Roman Empire, they were not keeping the Aramaic script, because you'll have certain Christians that'll say, when Yahushua met Saul, when Saul was explaining his vision when he got knocked off the horse to not Antipater, but to Agrippa, how certain translations say that Yahushua spoke in the Aramaic, which is false. He actually spoke in the Hebrew, which proves when you go into secular history, those coinages, I don't know if the book has it, but it also goes into Rome, because if you look up the coinage that the Jews had in ancient Rome, it
Yeah.
was all part of the Lashawan Kodash, which proves they spoke the Paleo Hebrew. They didn't speak Aramaic.
Yep. And it's going to show that this is the first revolt, right? And as we read, it was around 66 to 70 AD. And as you can see, that was the coin that we used. The Lashawan Kadash is on that coin, right? So yeah, this was when we was, fully under Rome. And as the brother said, with Herod, you even got Herod's coin over here, and look what's on it. They kind of, that's showing you they used a little different. It's more so the Greek, because Herod was not a Jake, right? So the coins of these what you say, like emperors or governors or whatever, would show what they was pushing at this time. But we still kept to our language. This is how we know that the language that we use, the characters and all of that, is proper, is the correct. Because our people used this back in the day. As you can see in these revolts, they used it. This is the first revolt, and then I think they got the second in here as well. Maybe not. But as you can see, these are Jakes, man. We using these. We using these proper characters, at the end of the day. Oh, the second revolt right here. And they still using it. They still using the Lashawan. And this was 135 AD. All right, look at that. So this us. This is our people. This is us. Let's read what it says. Star above temple or Torah shrine. So that was it. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show, because I felt that was interesting. That's what I saw. I got to read this book more. I just got it today. And this is the Interpreter's Bible. All right, Interpreter's Bible,
And that's a steal right there, because the next time you have in an encounter with secular history was when somebody tries to pull out, oh, they didn't speak Hebrew, they spoke Aramaic. There's your proof right there. That's evident proof that they didn't speak Aramaic. They actually spoke the Lashawan Kodash based off the characters of the Hebrew.
Yep. Because if they would have spoke Aramaic, Aramaic would have been on them coins. It would have been,
Square script. Yep. I was just looking because I got a precept. This is John 19:20. When you was going into it, when they crucified Yahweh Shai, it says this title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Yahweh Shai was crucified was nigh to the sea, and it was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Now, if it was the other way around, it would have said it was written in Aramaic, Greek, and Latin, but it didn't say that. It said it was written in Hebrew. You know what I mean? So that's another cut. Now, when you go into other translations like the NIV, which stands for New International Version, it'll say Aramaic. That's why you have to go back into the Greek, because in the Greek, the word there is Hebraeus, which actually means Hebrew. Hebrew and Aramaic are not the same thing. For those of you who don't understand secular history, Hebrew was way before Aramaic even came on the scene. Aramaic actually goes back to the Syrians or the Assyrians, which goes back to Aram. So it's two totally different languages. All right. It just means that they have different dialects, but the Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, was already there on the scene before Aramaic even came about. And it's a simple Google search. When you just put it in, was I'm gonna do it now. Let me see.
Yeah, yeah. You brought it up, yeah.
Oh, you got it already. That's the
Yeah,
spirit.
the Aramaic language originated with the ancient Arameans, a Shemitic people from the region of Aram in modern-day Syria. Huh?
There you go. So it has nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelites. It originated from the Arameans. You see, now you have to understand the history that Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they were held captives in the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. That's why the prophet Esdras had to transcribe the language, because being in that land for 70 years, as the prophecy said they will be, they had to take on the customs of the heathens round about, did they not? So when Esdras came on the scene prophesying, all right, around the time of Nehemiah, they were both on the scene. Esdras had to transcribe the text. So what he did was he never changed the language, but he went from using the Phoenician script, and he changed it to the Aramaic script. He just changed the characters, but the pronunciation was still the same. This is where Jake goes off. That's why they don't understand the history, you know. But brothers got to look into that.
Yep. So, Mr. Stewart, are you still in here, bro? And we could address your question. Mr. Stewart, see, you just hit me up. All right, I'm gonna bring brother Ari up. All right, cool. He's here. All right, cool. Hey, Shalom, Malaki. How about Shem Yahshua Barakatah?
Shalom, Zakim, Yahbashim Shabbarakatah.
Shalom. Y'all about Shem, y'all Shabbat. Hey, you right on that. When it comes to that Assyrian, Aramaic, shall I say? Same shit. Whether you talking about the Assyrian, Aramaic, during towards the end of the Babylonian Empire, going to the Medo-Persian Empire, that's where it came into play at when they started writing in Aramaic during that time period.
Mm-hmm. So we could touch on, I guess the brother asked a question about dealing with a rib.
Mm-hmm.
Like the question that he asked was like, "How do you get a rib?" I'm like, "We ain't this ain't how to talk to women class. This ain't that." You know what I'm saying?
Well, one precept I got, if I can kick it off,
Kick it off.
Proverbs 30. I'm gonna start at verse 18. The main point is at verse 19. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 18. It says, "There be three things which are too wonderful for me, yea, four which I know not: the way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea. in the way of a man with a maid. Now, the reason why I brought out that precept to kick it off is because, like the brother said, all right, being in this truth, we're not marriage counselors, right? Nor do we dip and dodge into brothers, women, and how they deal with their woman. So the scriptures tells you that it's not really profitable for a man to know another man's state dealing with his woman. Now, when we deal with the whole rib situation, all right, Apostle Paul said it best. If we go to 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, and when you deal with that chapter, just in general, I'll start off at verse 27, but the point is at verse 28. It says, "Art thou bound unto a wife?" Meaning, do you already have a woman that you're dealing with currently right now in 2025? Don't seek to be loosed, because a lot of times when brothers come into the truth and their women are not subjected to the truth, like it's taking them a while to get into the truth. Now there starts to be a lot of controversy within the household, and then some brothers who are new and they don't know how to operate in the spirit, they'll think that they're supposed to put their women away, but they're not supposed to do that, because the moment you put her away for the sake of adultery or fornication, then you commit adultery on her, right? That's what Yahweh Shah was breaking down in Matthew the 5th chapter. But it says, "Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife." So, Stuart, being in this ministry, if let's say you're not dealing with a rib right now, hey, really, it's a blessing, because guess what? That means you have more time to dedicate to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Don't seek to get a rib, because like the brother Yoramya, the elder Ariyah, and many other brothers, brother Kakama, brother Nakath, Yasharala, okay, all of us, we tell you time and time again, we are approaching Jacob's trouble. And in Jacob's trouble, if you deal with let's say you have a rib, which majority of brothers do, it doesn't mean that she's going to be on your side come Jacob's trouble. The Lord can test you. That's why Yahweh Shah said in Matthew the 10th chapter, a man's foe should be there of his own household. So we're praying and hoping that our families will be saved, but the Lord could just have you risen up to be saved, and he may not save your rib in that day. That's why Apostle Paul broke it down, said, look, the time cometh where it should be like you have no wives. Now, that don't mean that if you are with your rib, you fully neglect her. That just means that your whole sole purpose should not be on your woman. Don't put her on a pedestal. Your first woman is this truth. Mm-hmm. Your wife, she comes second. That means that whatever it is you're trying to do for the ministry and also keep order in your household, she's supposed to follow it to the best of her ability. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because that doesn't mean that you be a roaring lion in your household. If we get 1 Peter 3:7, it says, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them," meaning your wives, "according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered." So you have to deal with your rib according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? That also comes with having patience with her, because she is the weaker vessel. Also tells you in Job, the 39th chapter, that wisdom was not imparted unto the woman. So you're going to have certain situations where you're going to bump heads with her because she wasn't given the understanding like you have been given the understanding. And this is where brothers make mistakes with their rib coming into this truth. You cannot force her to do anything. The only thing you can do is say, listen, this is what I'm on. This is what I'm striving. This is what I'm seeking. Now, it's not my job to force you to do, because listen, in the ancient world, it's different. She has to be on your level. But this is what you got to understand. We are in Babylon the Great. We're in captivity, right? The scripture says in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, that a woman shall compass a man. So you are already behind enemy's line, because your woman is following after the system of Esau, Edom. So you being in the crib, you're trying to implement faith in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach and also rehearsing the righteous acts. You got to understand that her, and if you have children with her, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to follow your lead. So you got to have a balance. You can't be over righteous. Like I always tell brothers, as long as you getting yourself in order first, right? Your light is going to shine in the household, which means if the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is dealing with her, he's going to put a particular spirit on her where she's going to come to you and submit and say, hey, I notice your behavior has changed a lot for the better. I noticed that you stopped eating certain foods. I noticed that you don't want to participate in certain holidays that we are accustomed to doing every year. What is it about? And if she comes in that spirit, then guess what? It's opened up an avenue for you to go back to 1 Peter 3:7. Now you're dwelling with her according to knowledge.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But you got brothers in this truth where we seen it, you know, brothers will come and because they'll ask us questions like you asked. We're not saying that you're one of those dudes that's doing it, but we've dealt with men in the past that'll say, you know, man, I told my real man, she got to get in order or I'm going to kick her out. She got to like, bro, no, you going about it all wrong. Yahweh Shah never taught that. If anything, like the apostles tell us, they said, really, this truth is not for your woman. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said he calls out the men. He's dealing with the men, not the women. You know? So
And what you're saying,
Go ahead.
I just been it's something I prayed about. You know, I'm a little bit older and I'm thinking about, you know, my window maybe closing a little bit. Not completely. I'm 30. I'm 36. I know I can make kids until, you know, I'm 80 or whatever. But
Hey,
I've been dwelling in the truth for quite some time.
You got an echo.
I'm sorry.
No
I'll just listen.
Hey, let me ask you this, bro. Because everybody got a different walk. Everybody got a different foundation. So if your foundation is strong, and you know that, well, I mean, you don't really know, but because everything is in the hands of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. But if your foundation is strong and you know that you could deal with a woman and you're not going to let a woman deter you from the truth, then go out there and get you one if you burning. You know what I'm saying? But if you know that your foundation ain't strong and you go out there and you try to get one of these women and they deter you from the truth, then hey man, you know what I'm saying, that's going on. So if you know you're weak, then stay away from it until you know what I'm saying, really got yourself together in this truth. And then you could go out there and then you could, you know, try to seek and find you a woman. But when it comes to having kids, I mean, I wouldn't tell you to have some kids right now. I mean, we headed towards Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
Although, you know what I'm saying? Although, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures do say, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be protected. But at the same time, like, why would you even put yourself in that situation when you know what's coming? The scriptures tell you what? A prudent man hideth foreseeth the trouble and hiding himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why even so if you see the trouble coming, why you gonna put a damn red flag on you and say hit me by trying to have a kid right now?
Right.
Yep. So I'm gonna give you 3 precepts out, and you
All
know
right,
I
appreciate it.
suggest you write them down. All right. So this is Wisdom of Solomon. This is chapter 8 and verse 1 and 2. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another. Mightily and sweetly doeth she order all things. I loved her and sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. So as we always say, make wisdom your first wife. Wisdom is this love, man. You know, she's gonna take care of you. Wisdom is gonna teach you, you know, and wisdom is fearing Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. So once you learn first this truth and get the proper understanding, the proper breakdowns, the way to deal with a woman, the way to, you know, move about this world, then that right there is gonna teach you, and you're gonna have the discernment on which woman to actually choose and which woman to deal with. Now,
Can
first of
you
all,
can you repeat
listen,
that out?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 1 and 2. And just the whole chapter is fire, right? And then the next precept I'm gonna get you is Ecclesiasticus 7:26. And it says, hast thou a wife after thy mind? That's a question. Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. So your woman, as brothers is telling you, as Brother Matazaba was bringing out, you know, as you grow in this truth, your woman, if she's a true woman, a real woman, she's gonna follow your leadership. So she's gonna start moving like you move. Like yesterday, really today we leaving it now, but the Shabbat came in, right? My wife baked some bread to bring it in because it's a Shabbat. So she had it on her mind to bake some bread, you know, so we could come into the Shabbat. And I've been eating that bread, man. Yeah, I've been messing it up. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So her mind is after my mind. So her mind is set on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, how my mind is set on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That means she knows her role, right? She's not gonna be out here trying to teach or nothing that. She knows her role as a support figure to that man. So therefore we can make it up into them chariots. You know what I'm saying? So don't take a light woman. A light woman would be, you know, don't go deal with no girl you see twerking on the internet. You know, some bullshit like that. That's a light woman, a bobblehead, a goofy. Like the brother posted this video yesterday of this female, and she said she had the clap, and she messed with this dude, and then he started burning, and then guess what? The next day he went back and messed with her still. That's a light woman. She just out here passing it out. You know what I'm saying? That's a light woman. You got something to add, Zaquan? My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, that was me talking. I was about to back you up. I was about to say, yo, when you choosing these women, man, don't go out here just choosing the bottom of the barrel, the ratchets. You know what I'm saying? Try to find you a classy woman. You know what I'm saying? She may not be in the truth, she may not understand what you're saying, but as long as she carry herself in a classy way. You know what I'm saying? Just like my real, she's not in the truth, but she knows I'm in the truth. And she don't bother me. Like, she let me do my thing. She understands. She even stopped doing like the brothers are saying. When they see you not doing stuff and they see that you really about what you're about, they start to respect you more. So even my rib, she don't eat shrimp, she don't eat crab, she don't eat pork, she don't do none of those things. You know what I'm saying? All because of me. She's following my lead. Now, does she go all off as deep as like, does she not? No, she still celebrate, but she won't ask me to celebrate these different holidays because she know I ain't with it. See what I'm saying? So you have to stand on what you stand on, and when you stand on it, they're gonna respect you more. Because if they get if you're dealing with a woman, right, and they get you to crack, you done lost their respect. They're gonna be like, you out here talking all this and that, but just the other day you was doing this because I said so. You know what I'm saying? You feel weak, so you let me know. So you let me know that you weak. You ain't as strong as you say you are.
Yep.
Yeah, and she really gonna lose respect in you. She ain't gonna honor you. You know. And I got one more precept. You got it, Matzababa. This is Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of power and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So that goes back to, you know, making wisdom your spouse, seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah first. Guess what? Everything else is going to be added unto you. Multiple wives, children, you know, mansions, all of that in the kingdom, right? And if you do your thing in this truth, hey, Yahweh may bring, hey, don't forget about Isaiah 4:1. Those women are going to come regardless, right? So make sure you got your foundation strong, so when they do come, you won't shatter with them. You got it out.
And also remember, when you in this truth, like again in my situation, guess what's happening as time goes on, because like I do speak to my rib about the prophecies and stuff, and like I said, she follows somewhat. So guess what's happening now as she's seeing prophecy unveiled too. She's starting to come towards the truth more. Like she's like, oh shit, this shit really going down. Like damn, let me tighten up.
Yep. That's facts, cause my rib, she be sending me stuff that she see and be like, hey, this prophecy, this, that, and I do a lesson off of it.
Yeah, I was just I just want to ask you all that because since I've been studying and trying to be more active in the truth, I've noticed a lot more women have come my way, and I know some of them are distractions. I can see that they have some of the same characteristics as women I've dealt with in the past that were a stumbling block for me. Um, but I'm realizing I'm getting a lot more attention than I used to, and I'm just trying to see if the Most High wants me to have a rib right now, or if I'm just supposed to solely focus on, um, you know, helping my people. I help teach them the truth and all that.
Well,
But
to be honest with you, it's like Kakama said it. Those are tests, right? Now
right,
there's a balance when it comes to using wisdom. And what do I mean by that? The flip side to that coin is, which we're probably the only camp that teach it in Great Millstone, is you don't have to deal necessarily with a woman in the sense of her being your wife. You can have a concubine on the side, which is what you would call today a side piece. As long as she knows her role, that she ain't supposed to dip and dodge with other men, that you're the only one. You can that's lawful. You can deal with a concubine, which is just a lesser wife. You can get your fix. A concubine pretty much is just your play toy, as long as you ain't doing anything outside of the law. So and then it's even better in that sense because, like the brother brought it out, we coming into Jacob's trouble. It tells you in Sirach 5:15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small matter. So understanding the times that we're in, it may not be wise to deal if you're single right now to deal with a woman to take her in because again, you could be put to the test where she can switch up on you when the RFID microchip comes, the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? And then you find yourself in a situation where your faith is going to be tested. But like the brother said, it's not a sin if you're burning, bro. Go out and get you a woman. It's not a sin. You just gotta understand, like Apostle Paul said, that if you do decide to go that way, then you are going to bring troubles in your life because majority of your time is going to be dealt with on how to seek and please her.
yeah, I don't struggle with like lust or anything. Like I'm not burning in desire
Con.
for a woman right now, and I thank the Most High for that. And it's just that I feel like I'd be a more complete man if I were to have children, have a wife. And I'm getting a lot of pressure from my from my parents as well. Uh, they know they know how in tune I am, and they know that I'm always seeking out knowledge, and they want to have grandbabies that I'm going to bestow their wisdom into.
Hmm.
Um, and I just been giving it a lot of thought. Like maybe I should really put more attention into women on that level. I'll talk to a woman all the time, but I'm never really trying to get with them. I'm just trying to give them some understanding because I see a lot of our sisters out here engaging in folly, but understand that that's kind of their lot. They're not really meant to be out here teaching, leading. They're not meant to be necessarily a shining example of what Israel is supposed to be. That's what the men are supposed to be. But
It's tricky because you mentioned children, right? You mentioned children, but
yeah,
look how majority, not all, but look how majority of our women been dealing with men whom they have children with.
yeah,
So that's another thing you got to take into consideration. A woman can play you and be all fantasized into you or whatever, and then the moment you put your seed in her, then she can take you for everything you got and take your child.
yeah.
That's the time. You know what I
I've been
mean?
giving
Like
that a
that's
lot
the
of
time for it.
consideration.
Yeah. So this is why,
Yeah,
like the elder said, the beloved brother Ariyah said, every man's lot is different. But like the apostles teaches us, look, so that you don't get sidetracked and you don't deal with all that, for right now, if you need, a little bit some on the side, the best thing you can do is just deal with a concubine. You can deal with a woman of another nation. You know what I'm saying? You can deal. It's better for you to deal with a woman of another nation than to deal with our own women because the difference is if you deal with our own women, you can't put that woman away. You got to deal with her.
Yep. That was my
Uh,
case. Even though I
right.
wasn't in the truth, when I was in Japan, I dealt with an Ammonite, man. And then when I left to go to another duty station, I just kicked it to the curb. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That was a concubine. Understanding now, the proper way to deal with women, it is what it is. It would have been lawful the way that I handled the situation.
Hey,
Did
you're my.
did the majority of you brothers already have a woman before you came into the truth?
Yeah, come.
Hey, hold on real quick. Let me get the 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29 through 31. All right, so with me, I had a woman in this truth, but she left me and took my kids. All right. But I ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting back in my kids' life. And then so far as her, I don't have no dealings with her. I don't even talk to her, won't talk to her. That's just how it goes. Now, with my new reel, like I said, if you're gonna go out and find you someone, make sure that you're strong in the faith. And also make sure that you trying to find a classy woman. All right, a woman that cares about how she carries herself. All right. Meaning she's covered up. Like she's not like she may wear something that's fitting, but she's still covered. That's classy in today's time. When you see that. See what I'm saying? So you
Yeah,
gotta
I require any woman that's going to be around me to dress modestly. Even my mother, my sister, they can't be around me if we're going out and wearing form-fitting clothing or
so
And
dresses.
that's what they say. They have a law unto them. They didn't even know the law, but they keep the law. In a
right.
sense, that's just in your spirit.
Yep.
So this is what you want to look for when you step out. All right, a woman that's carrying herself like that. And again, the woman may not be in the truth. Just like again, my real, she is not in the truth, but she knows of the truth.
Can you repeat that
Now,
1 Corinthians verse again?
yeah, First
You about to
Corinthians
read it?
chapter 7. We're about to read it right now. Break it out, bro.
In 1 Corinthians 7, you said 29 to 31, right?
Right.
I just read it because it's kind of hard to see. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
See that? This is what you got to remember. You got to remember the time that we're approaching. All right. Because I keep hearing you say you want to have kids, your parents looking at you. Hey, time is short, bro. Like this kingdom is coming to an end, and we're living in it. All right, the Jacob trouble is manifesting. This is what you're seeing when you seeing DJ Trump, which we call Nero, putting in place all these centurions in these different cities. Like, yeah, it's going to go down like that. And these prices going to continue to go up. You're going to continue to see people get laid off, fired. These things are going to pick up. The day that you had yesterday is yesterday, because the days going forward is going to be worse. All right, evil shall increase, not decrease, increase. Keep going, bro.
Verse 30, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not.
That's the type of time that you coming into right now. All right, just like it says in Ecclesiastes, man, there's a time and a season for everything. All right, and the time and the season that we in right now is wartime. It is put on your boots. All right, strap on tight and hold on, man. It's about to go down. Continue, bro.
Verse 31, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
See that? So don't worry about what the world asking you to do. You see? Don't worry about what the parents talking about, because if the parents ain't in the truth, they have no clue, no idea what the hell is going on. They just in the world. All they see is American dream. All they see is American continuing on forever.
Kind of understanding this, if we do be of that number, that 144,000 at 1/3, then guess what? Our parents is really our kids. If we the first fruits, and your parents is really your kids, if they not in the truth, you gonna bring them back in the kingdom. That's a spiritual thing to understand.
Yeah. I've been, talking with my brother too, and I was telling him, I was like, man, I just have to find my rib in the kingdom. I just put in my brick here, and just hope for all be fulfilled.
I mean,
We
bro,
having all that later on, but honestly, it's like I said, it's not. I've just been getting a lot of questions about it. I've been getting a lot of like messages, within dreams, with things I'm seeing in regards to a family, and you know, I know how women have deterred me in the past, so I'm just trying to, just balance out that wisdom, and that's why I thought I'd ask you, brothers. But I appreciate everything you're telling me.
I
I
got 2 points
mean, I
if I can
mean, bro,
add.
real quick. Hey, bro, like I said, if you could handle the situation, then by all means go for it. But also remember, hey, Isaiah 4:1, you ain't gonna have to look too hard. You ain't gonna have to worry about it. The Most High is gonna add it on to you, man. Yeah, how about you? How about will add it on to you when He's ready for you to receive it. You ain't got to go looking hard. You ain't got to, break your head over it. It'll come.
Yeah, I'm definitely not chasing.
Yeah, how about someone that
Yeah,
if you
how about that?
someone if you wanna get you one, give not yourself to a light woman, you know, can she take care of household duties? Can she cook and so forth? And at the same time, what First Timothy 3:5, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of power? First, what you want to do is what get in order with your house shine in your household and with you. Because what if you don't have Yahweh Shemel Shai, remember rough the paraphrase of what a wicked woman is a gift to what a wicked man wants. And that's what Yahweh was saying. If you not work with him first and foremost. That's about all I want to grab.
Matazaba, you got it.
Con.
Can
You
you hear
said,
those verses he was giving? I'm sorry. Can you repeat
go
those
ahead.
verses?
It's
To a like woman and what First Timothy 3:5, and as
Okay.
well as what a wicked woman is given to a wicked man.
Right. Thank you.
You got Matthew 10:37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me, and he that taketh not his cross followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it." In other words, going back to my point, you don't want to put those things that you desire in this time above this truth. So you got to find a balance now. Like the brother Ariel said, we're in a time where the Lord may bless you during Jacob's trouble and give you what's written in Isaiah 4:1 if you remain faithful and you just wait, be patient, you know. Because on this side, let's say you want to get into a situation, get with a woman and have children inside. Well, what the Lord can take all of that away from you.
Right.
That can be a test of your faith. And then what happened? Like, are you willing to lose your son? Like when Abraham was tested to sacrifice Isaac, can you put yourself in that situation? Imagine having your firstborn son at your age and then the Lord take him away or is willing to take him away. Like you got to put yourself in that situation, you know? Y'all got it.
Only that,
and I would say, go ahead, Kawan.
not only that, but what remember Ezekiel's wife, Yahweh took Ezekiel's wife and what he told him not to cry. Not only that, but for the times to come, man, Esau, he's carnal. When he issue out that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, the woman that you have heaped onto yourself, Yahweh can test you that way by what trying to behead your woman, man. What if she have a child in her womb at that time? You're like, hey, take the RFID chip or what? Your wife will die. So you really got to think upon what Matazaba was saying. Yahweh can test you that way. Will you be faithful unto death, man?
Con,
Yeah,
and that's oh my bad. Go ahead. You
go ahead.
finish.
Nah, go ahead.
All right. Con, that's the spirit, and that's what I was just about to talk about. Dealing with my old real. All right. See, when you dealing with women, these women will test you. And it's not really them testing you, it's Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah testing you. So you may get a woman and she may have a problem with everything that you doing that has to deal with the truth. And if you have a baby with this woman, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stand firm on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah? Or are you gonna let them go? Which one? And that's what I had to go through. My real, she hated that I went on the streets to speak to the point where she would start fights with me, try to call the cops on me, hide the keys to the truck, like all kind of stuff, bro. that I had to deal with.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the complete demon spirit, which we will have to let.
Let him finish his point. Yasha Allah Jr.
Exactly. That's that demon spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used to call her like damn demon, man. You know what I'm saying? But what did I do? I continue on in the faith, man, in the truth. And what happened? I end up, kicking her to the side, getting free. So these are the things that you're gonna have to. These are the things that you're gonna have to fight against. Now you talking about bringing some kids in, and like I got kids, so I had to give up all that, bro. But luckily, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah brought my kids back to me. But yeah, I had to go through all that, man. And it's a lot of things that I went through in between dealing with that. And I'm talking about homelessness and all that. I went through all that, bro, over this truth, man. So when you talking about bringing kids into this thing and dealing with a woman, hey, it's a lot of things that could come your way to test you.
I'm picking up what you're saying. One of the things I always thought about too is, here in captivity, our women do have more power than us. They will rule over us, and I always think about how, I always think about what would I do if a woman took my kids away, and I think I'd crash out. So, that's one of the things that kind of keeps me very hesitant about taking on a wife, but at the same time, I understand that adversity makes you stronger, and that's the only reason why I was giving a little bit more attention to it. Like I know the challenges that come along with a woman. And I know I failed in the past with trying to take on women, but I've learned from that. So I was just wondering. But I've also come across some information in regards to some of the prophets like Paul. Paul's I mentioned to have a wife. He still lived a fulfilled life. And I'm just saying what your brothers think. You guys have really given me some good wisdom, though. Some things I've already kind of went over, but it's good to get some confirmation.
And again, bro, I'm not trying to tell you that you don't have to, that you must stay away from getting a wife. I'm just telling you, as long as you stay strong, continue to build that strong foundation, and be aware of what you're looking for when you out here looking at these women, and choose wisely. And if you do that, then you'll do well, bro. You know what I'm saying? You'll do well.
Yeah,
And
I want it. Oh, go ahead.
and just stand on the Father's business, man. Don't let that woman see you crack. You let a woman see you crack, you giving her a damn opening, and she will take that inch and make it into a mile. And then she's going to start confronting you on, you say you this, you say you that, but you did this and you allowed me to make you do this and this. So she ain't gonna respect you no more. So you don't want
Yeah.
that. So
She'll
always
call you a hypocrite for sure.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, been through that. Okay, I'm gonna get on down off of here. I appreciate everything you guys have
I'm gonna leave you
blessed
with
me
this one.
with.
I'm gonna leave you with this one. This is
All right.
Proverbs 6:25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. Right? I hope he heard it. But that's why I got this one up. As the brother Matazabak always say, them damn hair wraps ain't fooling us, man. Okay? So them hair wraps is not fooling us. All right? We not the true men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, we're not gonna be carnal where, man, she got a hair wrap on, man. She had a dress on, she had the fringes at the bottom. That ain't it. Right? You gotta try the spirit. You gotta apply the scriptures, man. Don't just read it, don't just know it, but actually apply it in your everyday life. So that would be the ultimate answer to how to pick a rib. Apply these scriptures that everybody has given you up here. That's how you pick a woman. Apply the scriptures to that woman, and move in wisdom when dealing with that woman. If you could tell off rip, she can't leave that pork alone. She ain't never gonna. You know what I'm saying? That may not be the woman to, like the brother said. Invest a seed in. This is the thing I'm learning with gardening, right? I took some leaves from last year, and I took those leaves, I put them in a trash can, I watered them and all of that, and they turned into compost, and then I let that become my soil. And now stuff is growing strong because the foundation was strong. So I can plant seeds in that soil and it's gonna be, it's gonna come up strong. That's what you want to do when dealing with a woman. Does she come from good soil? That's how we say it in the South. Yeah, he from good soil. Yeah, she from good soil. That means her family, they got class, they got a good upbringing. They not hoodlums, they not ratchet. They actually got about, a little bit of class about them, right? So that's how you want to deal. You want to get to understand their family. You got that. The family got to be proven. You know, if the family is wicked as hell, all they do is drink, smoke, and cuss, then what's she gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers got it.
And if you try to find a woman, man, try to find a woman with their dad in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And do not mess with a woman where she only got family female members in her life, man. All they gonna do is talk in their ear. Come on, man.
Fine.
Made a good point. If I can bring it back, because your Rami spoke on it. The hair wrap situation. Just understand these women are smart when it comes to sex appeal, right? So in the last, I want to say 8 to almost 10 years, dealing with Instagram and all of that sort of things, they know how to put themselves out there, because before 20 years ago, they knew that, okay, this is how we get to brothers. We got to put ourselves out there more. So when social media came up, look how everything came about in a way that they presented themselves, right? So it's the same thing. They trying to test brothers that are in the truth and say, okay, well, if I present myself this way, they like, gowns, dresses, and hair wraps. That's even more of a false flag, you know? So you have to learn how to deal, and you have to try the spirit and stuff,
Yeah, when you talking to these women, really question these women. All right, on what their mind frame is, what they into. Pay attention to what they into. All right, if they into all the foolishness of the world, keeping up with the Kardashians and stuff like that. Hey man, hey, not even consider that type of woman. She don't know what's going on in the world. Like try to find a woman that's not in the truth, but almost in the truth. Meaning, this woman, she looks at current events. She's up to date on current events. Once again, she carries herself as if she was in the truth, but she's not in the truth. Meaning, she's not walking
Exactly.
around with her ass out.
Exactly. That go back to me saying I'm a sapiosexual. I was like, if you can't hold no conversation with me for at least 30 minutes, I don't want to deal with you. What are we gonna, talk about? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's because I'm trying to figure out where your mind is by the conversation. I don't want no woman. I forgot to text you back like 100,000 times and shit. Like you. So that means you don't even care about a man. You most likely dealing with hella dudes, or you just gullible and you're not attentive. You're not alert. You don't care about this relationship, right? So it's as the scriptures say, prove a friend. And that woman, she gonna be on your side, man. That's gonna be one of your best friends. So you need to damn show prove that. You got it.
And always find a, and this for all the brothers, man. Always find a woman that wants to please you, man. You got a lot of these bonehead women out here walking around. I ain't trying to please no man. Well, if you ain't trying to please a man, then why the hell you trying to be in a relationship? Or why you looking for a man? Or why you saying that you need a man? Like, that don't even make sense, man. When you in a relationship, you in a relationship to please the one that you in a relationship with. That's what a relationship is about. Learning how to please the one that you're with. So if you run across a woman and you as you speaking to her and she's, oh, I've been single because I ain't really been looking for a man, like I don't really need a man, scratch her ass off. As soon as she say that, I ain't really been looking for a man, I don't really need a man. Oh, you don't need a man? All right, well, you don't need me, scratch off.
Exactly.
Fourth,
And go ahead, Quan.
For the ones that talking about this celibate, don't fall for that bullshit. We're not stupid, man.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
like I barely get my rib stuff like that, and she don't complain. But when I do, I'm gonna make sure y'all treat her really good, cause she don't ask for shit. So I'm gonna make sure I got her if she need anything. You know what I'm saying? It's those humble, meek women, man. That's what we want in this truth. We don't want no high-minded ass chick. Can you get my nails done? Can you get my Can you? Nah. You know what I'm saying? You serving me. You supposed to serve me. This is 1 Peter 3:6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Serve your man. I should come home. It should be. It said I blocked you. What the hell? Did somebody block my wife?
It wasn't me.
I'm back.
No, I didn't block your wife. No.
Man, it was Cockama, man. He did that
Man,
shit.
what the fuck?
She didn't pay her 40K, bro. My bad. I ain't mean to tell him, bro. I had to tell him though.
I just told y'all moderators, bro. What's wrong with y'all?
I ain't even been by the phone this whole time. So it couldn't be
Wait,
me.
for real,
Who blocked my
somebody
wife,
blocked?
bro?
For real, did it happen? Somebody blocked?
She said somebody blocked her. Her name Nabala on here.
Nah, it wasn't me. I don't know who blocked.
I don't even know how to unblock her.
Hold on, let me look.
Damn. What's wrong with y'all?
But yeah, when you in this truth, man, you don't want to be dealing with a woman that you got to block, man.
Man,
That's
I'm looking at the block
the
accounts,
story.
man. I don't think she's blocked, homie.
Yeah, I don't see her in the
I
block.
think TikTok is. I don't know that, man.
That's TikTok hating, bro.
And we wouldn't do some bullshit like that, man. We know better.
Matazaba, you blocked my wife. I gotta unblock her.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah,
Matazaba.
here it is. I found her. I unblocked her.
Yeah, that's my rib, bro.
Hey, Cockama, I just received the 40K. She good. She good, bro.
That's my rib, bro. She just changed the name. All right, man. I done forgot my point, man. Y'all got it.
But going back to what I was saying, hey, yeah, just choose a woman that's willing to do things for you also, man. Don't be choosing these selfish ass women out here, man.
Yeah. And also, man, coming from some of the elders, man, you brothers, you need to focus on, Ahchyam Ahchyam. And you ain't gotta tell your woman nothing regardless, man. What's a woman? That's a female servant. That's your servant. You ain't gotta tell her nothing. I mean, if you want her to get in line, you get her ass in line. And then if you want to pursue a woman, don't just go, I'm going to pursue you and I'm going to make you my wife and all this other. Nah, bro. I mean, if you want to deal with the woman, you could deal with the woman. But these females nowadays, they so fickle and ain't got no sus behind them. Half of them don't even know how to sew. I mean, more than half don't even know how to sew. So, I mean,
They gotta know how to sew, man.
yeah, if you're going to deal with the woman, man, talk to the woman. You ain't just got, I'm going to lay you down on the first date. Like, man, fuck all that, man. We going to have thousands upon thousands of children and grandchildren and all that shit in the kingdom, bro. So you ain't got to worry about, Mr. Stewart, I heard you say your parents is pressuring you. Man, fuck them at the end of the day. Forget your parents. We almost at the end here, bro. I mean, it might sound messed up to say, and I feel a little messed up saying it, but fuck them.
I mean, honor your parents, bro. But
at the end of the day,
you know the truth.
but it is what it is. Don't let them pressure you into
Yeah,
going out there and forcing yourself to have kids and stuff, man.
right.
That
Like
nah.
like my mom's, she when I first stopped doing Christmas, she was like, "You ain't gonna get those babies nothing. You ain't gonna get them babies nothing." I was like, "Moms, chill out. Like it's not about that." But now, I'm deeper in the truth. More years, she understands, right? So she'll actually get presents doing Hanukkah and all that, whatever it may be, and she respects my decision and my lifestyle more. So that's what it is. So it's just as you grow, the people around they should respect you and understand your beliefs and the way that you carry yourself. If they can't do that, then they ain't, they're selfish. I got it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you got to remember we got the elect and the 1/3, and we got the 2/3. So if you concerned and worried about what the 2/3 is thinking about, meaning those that are a part of this world, into this world, and they have no clue, no idea, or see none of the signs that's going on, don't even want to know the signs, not even concerned with the signs, then hey man, hey, like Kakuma said, fuck them, man. That's really what it is, man. At the end of the day, as a matter of fact, if you can, cause your mom put me on this show, Invincible. Watch that cartoon. Watch that cartoon, Invincible, man.
Hey, fuck Amber.
Alright. Watch the show Invincible, man. And his dad is a part of a nation called what's that nation?
Ultramites.
Yeah, the Vulturemites. Look how they carry themselves, man. That's how we supposed to carry ourselves, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
What was his woman to him? A pet.
Yeah, she was a
Exactly.
pet. Yeah.
And that was beautiful. When he said that, man, that was beautiful. I laughed at it and I rejoiced at it, man. That's how we supposed to
She's just a pet.
I just
Bro, that show is literally the elect and the 1/3 versus the 2/3 when you're watching that show. Literally.
So they got 144 chapters.
Oh, for real?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Really? Well,
That's tight.
I just started watching this show called Upload. Man, that shit is crazy. If y'all brothers ain't checked it out, that shit is crazy. They got like self-driving cars, and you can watch TV shows on your hand and shit. And like a
Vedi
whole
خوشی
bunch of
بگیره من پیام
technology.
من
Hey,
شیشتی
Rains.
من مال دورشون من اviasyonشون دگش ساکت چند و 20 بفرستی دازویه
Do you know you up here?
بس باران ننشم بشون
Sound like your woman fussing you out, cuz.
Okay, we're gonna have to drop you down.
Drop his ass now.
Yeah. Hey, Mike,
Yeah,
talk about.
I was dealing with something. I had to help with the groceries real quick.
I said, man, you blocked my wife.
Wait, when?
Nabala Shaw.
What, on your live?
Yeah, Nabala Shaw Mayan.
I didn't even have my phone on me.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, no, because I was the
me,
reason why I was muted the whole time was because my rib just came back to the crib with groceries, and my phone been in here the whole time. I wasn't even near my phone. What the
It
hell?
was a while ago. It said you blocked her and you blocked Sunshine Grant.
Hold on, let me check now. I'll fix that right now.
Nah,
I
we unblocked her.
didn't block her.
Yeah, we unblocked her.
Okay, Con, the water, yeah, no, so man, Esau tripping, man.
Nah, he
Esau ain't got a mind of his own.
Boy.
It got to be Esau, man. He did that to try to, break us apart, man.
Cause that's why I was muted the whole time because I was helping out with the groceries.
Hey, Mata Zabaf, don't worry about it. I got the 40K. Don't worry about it.
But for real though, man, it's a show called Upload on Amazon Prime, dog, and it's crazy because you can watch TV shows on your hand. And getting to my point, when you die, you go into like an afterlife. You get uploaded into like an afterlife, and you live like forever or some shit like that. I'm only on the first episode, but he was letting his woman pressure him into doing some shit because he had gotten a car accident, and he ain't really serious about the girl. She invited herself to his Thanksgiving and shit, And it was like, oh, you were supposed to break up with her and whatnot. He was like, oh, but she started crying, whatever, that woo. But he got in a car accident, and it was like, you got a choice to make. You can go in surgery, or you can get uploaded. And the girl wanted him to get uploaded, but against his better judgment, he was like, yo, I don't know, man. What's the chances of surgery? 40%. Oh, well, no, you go ahead and get uploaded. We spend eternity together. Yeah. And at the moment, he was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and get uploaded. And now he like in the thing and forever. And like, it's just crazy, boy. But, shit like that, boy, don't let no woman, rule your life is basically what I'm trying to say. If she can't get him in line for you, boy, just go ahead and just like knock her out, bro. Figuratively. I'm not saying go hit no woman. I'm saying just knock her out your life figuratively.
There's a precept in the Apocrypha that tells you if she will not go thy way, cut her off and give her a bill of divorce, which also ties into cutting off your members. If you have people around you, and in this case, like the brother Ariel said earlier, every man is different. So the way brothers want to deal in their household, that's how they want to deal. Every brother's not the same. And that's also recorded in the scriptures. But like the brother said to Stuart earlier, you need to make sure that you're grounded within this truth, because when you're grounded, you'll know how to lead your own household. There's no point in you saying that you want to be with someone, but then you don't have yourself together. You can't do that. And so what you should be really focused on, like the scripture says, is you should be seeking on how the righteous shall be saved. You know what I'm saying? Because when you put all of your investment in this truth, the things that you may lack, the Lord is going to cover you with anyway. You're already going to be taken care of. But what brothers fail to realize is, and it's because we've been separated from our power for so long. When you start to learn how to trust in your power, when you come back in and relearning how to do that, as you did in times past, everything that you may lack or don't have, he'll always show up at that defining hour when you least expect it. And those of you brothers who've been in this thing for a while now, you know exactly what I mean when I say that, because it's happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see that? Y'all see me with the lambs today?
Con. Mm-hmm.
Man, bro, when I'm telling you, I was just playing, cause like I was driving and I saw Issachar and he had the lambs in the back and he had his window rolled down. I rolled my window down. We ride. I'm like, hey yo, let me get a lamb. He like, oh for real? You want one? You want one? I was like, shit. So man, like, and that became a blessing, cause he's the size of those lambs. Like the biggest one was 7 months, and the jump was huge. I didn't know what a 7 month or a 5 month or 4 month looked like. And he would cut the whole thing up and give it to me for, he said, $150, and a bigger one like $250. And
man, that's a steal right there.
Like an actual live lamb, not the control, but it's a live lamb.
Yeah, let me show you the video. Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, like I pulled up actual live lambs. This one's 4 months.
Oh,
Okay.
And that one is like probably 140 because it's smaller. Everything clean, everything cut in pieces.
Yes.
Write down my number, 6612.
Yeah.
He was just sitting on the side of the road?
Nah. Dude was driving. Like I had left to take my son to piano practice. I left early though. This is why I know it was Yahweh Ba'Ashem Yahushua. I left early, and just somehow I saw him on the street. You know, he was driving. Green light, we came through. He on the right. I pulled up, and you know, we driving. Like I'm talking about, we doing like 40, 50. I let the window down, like, yo, let me get a lamb, because he got him in the back of his truck in the little pen. And he pulled over, and we chopped it up for like 10 minutes, man. And I got his number. He got a little farm. It's about 40 minutes out the way, you know. And he said just give him 2 days in advance. He'll clean it, chop it up, and have it ready for me.
Oh, man, yes, sir.
That's the spirit.
Right, Passover. Yes, sir.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, because the grocery store, you go to the grocery store, you go to Sprouts, try to get a lamb leg, it's $70.
Exactly.
But he trying to give me a whole lamb
Whole
for
damn lamb.
150
That's a no
and a
brainer.
male of the first year.
Yep, that's a no brainer. That's the spirit.
Your Maya, for the Passover, yeah, we're gonna get a lamb from him. Keep his number.
Con. Oh, Con, yeah, you in San Diego. Shit, that
Yep.
ain't nothing. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Man, what I said.
And it's Issachar, so you know, man, that's tight.
Oh yeah, because like you brought out earlier, Ramya, they are a law unto themselves, meaning they, even though they didn't grow up in the customs, they still know what to do. They know how to do the right thing because the law really, it's embedded within us because we're the chosen nation.
And he's not Esau, so you know Issachar gonna really take good care of that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
For real, for real. I stay thinking different. Just hit me up, man. I give you his number. He got a business card and everything. And he said he got goats, he got chicken. You know,
Hey,
he got a
Oh,
pretty big
there's a
farm.
ship in North Carolina.
I don't know. But in North Carolina, I know you can find somebody out there.
Man, out here in bumfuck nowhere, boy, you can't find nothing around here, son.
yeah, I'm about to buy this dude out.
I mean, Stuart, look, because I'm glad you touched on that. Just because it's halal, it still doesn't mean that it's clean. Because can somebody get 1 Corinthians 10 real quick? And you can start at around where it talks about verse 25 on down.
1 Corinthians 10 and 25. I just read it. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake, for the earth is Yahweh's and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showeth it, and for conscience sake, for the earth is Yahweh's and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks? Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of power. Give none offense, neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the church of power, even as I please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved.
You got to understand something, Stuart. Like you made a good point. Yeah, most of the meat in the grocery store is halal, right? But the difference is they pray that meat into another deity, into another god. That's why Paul said between 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 10 that whatever you buy in the shambles and your victuals, your meats, you're really supposed to pray over your food, pray in the right names. Because when you buy that meat from that grocery store, or whatever, or that market, all right, you don't know what they have done. That's why we tell brothers that hop on talking about something, they keep the law. They don't know because, like Yeramya's point, that the Issachar told him in that video, it's how many months was that lamb?
Shoot, that was 4 months.
4 months, right?
Yep.
So Issachar, without him being grown up in the customs, he already know. That's that number one, that proves he's an Israelite. Two,
Yep.
right? Understanding the breakdown on how we supposed to sacrifice the animal, this, that, and the third, clean them up and whatnot, right? The people in the grocery stores that you buy your products and stuff from, they don't do that because you don't know that lamb that you're going to pick up from the grocery store. You don't know if it had any blemishes on it, if it had any defects or whatever the case may be.
You don't even know if it's a male.
Right. You don't even know if it's a male. You see what I'm saying? So just because they say they'll slap on and say it's halal, that don't mean nothing. You got to go by their word. That's why you have to pray because the scripture says we should eat our bread defiled.
Mm-hmm. Speaking on that, you remember that video you told me about, right? With Amalek, right? on what's the
Oh, you
website?
talking about you are Amalek,
Yeah, what's the website that shit is on though?
BitChute.
Yeah, on BitChute. You remember how they was doing the chicken, right?
Chicken. Yeah, con. Yep.
That and guess where those chickens go? To the stores.
To the stores.
Exactly.
Damn. Yep.
See that?
Yeah,
So
if y'all
yeah.
ain't see that, y'all gotta see that, man. That's crazy what they doing to the chickens.
Just because it's Allah, you don't know how how Esau slayed that animal, man. You know, they slayed the right way and so forth.
Hey, exactly. Hey, check out that video. If y'all get a chance, go to BitChute.
Mm.
Check out that video. What's the name of that video again? Matazaba?
You are Amalek. It's on
Yes,
BitChute.
you are Amalek. Look how they slaughter those chickens and those cows, and watch where they send the meat. So if you getting meat from these stores, if you getting meat from these restaurants, yeah, man. Hey, pray over your food, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
and some
go
of
ahead,
these
copy.
some of these conditions that they say is halal or even organic. I mean, they just slap labels on shit and give it to you. They don't care about none of that. They
Yeah.
just want your money.
That's it.
The
So
cage free is not cage free. Trust and believe me.
yeah.
Exactly.
You and look, like Rami always bring out, don't be over righteous too with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, nah, man, I gotta find a Jake Butcher. It don't matter what butcher you go to, because even the Jake Butchers, they still go off. Jake gonna try to make a come up and then gonna sell you something that, to try to get away with. So that's why, just as long as you stick into the dietary law or what you can eat, when you get that, when you bring, those things back to the crib, just pray over it, man, as you're preparing it. That's all you can do.
Because
You can't really do anything else.
even knowing the Jake mindset, what Jake think? Oh, the white man get away with it. I'm gonna do this too.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly.
Do evil, man. You know how Jake do it. They
Fuck.
take it hard.
Hey, I can't even. I'm looking at it right now. What y'all talking about? I can't show this on TikTok, but this shit is crazy.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Yoramia? You
I
gotta
see
watch that
what
and
they
think.
doing to the what they doing. Man, I ain't showing it. What
Nah,
they
don't do
doing to
that.
the cows though?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you, bro. This shit brutal, bro.
Yep.
This shit is wicked, bro.
And then they just take that and then they just sell it to the meat market, man.
Send it to me, Malak. You know.
And I was talking about that the other like a couple hours ago because I watched the American Holocaust,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows you that type of treatment, right?
Yep.
And understanding the meat. Soon as you suffer that type of trauma, it like destroys the meat.
Mm-hmm.
The S word for certain, like, cows and stuff like that. I was watching a documentary. A lot of farmers said if a cow is in distress and you go to unalive it, then the meat becomes terrible because that adrenaline, once it goes through their arteries and stuff, it tenses up. They said you ain't supposed to do that. The cow's supposed to be relaxed, or any animal for that matter. The more relaxed the animal is, the better the quality of the meat. But if you put the animals in distress and they don't know what's going on, and their adrenaline rises up because there's so much going on around them, and then you take their ass out, the meat becomes very defiled. In so many words.
Yeah.
Bro, and get back to those Amalekites, bro. Look how they was killing those animals, bro. Had the cows upside down, slit the throat. Don't even take the cow out. Just letting it suffer in pain, bro.
This for everybody. I'm not gonna play it, but this is You Are Amalek, as the brother brought out on Pt.10. So if you want to screenshot that, you can go check it out on Pt.10. You Are Amalek.
Hey,
That probably make me mad because I don't think I should watch that.
hey, no,
Part
watch
series
that, bro.
company.
Watch that. It's a 3-part series, man. Watch it all. I'm telling y'all. That is put it this way. If they would allow you to make videos on this video, you will literally be able to make videos for 3 months straight, like every day off that video. That's how much wickedness is in that video.
Man, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
just off that little 10 seconds I saw them doing that to the cows, man. Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears.
That's me. Hey,
Yeah.
and I mean we got to be accustomed to looking at stuff like that. I watched that little that Hurricane Katrina documentary on Netflix. I watched it last
Don't
night.
do it.
Huh?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I
Don't
watched
spoil
the
it for
first
me.
episode.
Did you watch it?
Don't spoil it for me. Don't
I
do
ain't
it.
about to spoil it, bro. But I'm just say Esau got to go, man. Esau got to go.
In the words of Kawam, he dies at the end.
Right. He dies at the end. Kyle.
I was just about to say we got Kawam in here too. No, he'll spoil it.
Fine. I would suggest brothers watch that, man. That Katrina documentary on Netflix. It's 3 parts. It's about 3 hours, and it will make you mad. It will make you sad. It make you tear up. All of those emotions, man. Fuck Esau, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out tonight.
Yeah, but I think I watched the first half of the first episode. I still gotta watch the rest of it.
It get worse. It get bad. Trust me.
I heard.
But you had a Jake down there. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Don't even do it.
But what they really showed was what it was a prelude to Jacob Trouble, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
what I was
far
thinking the
worse,
whole
man.
time. Yep.
I saw. You know,
Cause they start out the whole thing with them doing witchcraft, like showing you, and that's what a lot of them. It's a lot of Levites and Benjamin down there, and Jake and Judah and Gad, right? They may think they black, but they Gad. So it's our people, and they caught up in these demons, man. You had this one chick talking about it was so many things in the water, alligators and moccasins. Normally we cook them up and skin them and eat them, but not this time. I'm like, yeah, Jake just wicked.
Jake wicked as hell, boy.
That's what the scriptures say. They surpass the deeds of the wicked.
Yeah, they do. But shoot, we got any questions in the comment board? Any questions on anything? While we up here, round table night. Adar, man, get up here. What's good? Shalom. Nah, I'm playing. You good?
you know his phone is not too well.
Kawan got jokes? What?
That's only when he don't want us to be around no more, Kawam.
Yeah. His phone go bad. Yeah, when he got in the
We've been on here for 7 hours, man. I'm good now, bro. But shoot, man, how was y'all Shabbat today, man? I mean, it's a pretty good day for me.
It was straight. And the rib made some lemon bread yesterday. I've been messing that mess up.
Some lemon bread. You got a recipe?
Yeah. I don't know how to make it. I gotta ask her.
Oh man, send that my way, boy. I'm start making my own breads and everything. Got me a bread maker and everything, man. A mixer.
Yeah, she make all you need flour and whatever she had, but yeah, it was fire. Yeah. And that's when we say, because she started making bread after the Feast of Unleavened Bread. She just, that was a spirit Yahweh just put on her. But that's what we be saying. Like when we do the Day of Atonement, put that into your repertoire, right? Making unleavened bread, put that into your repertoire. So your life will increase for the better.
Yeah, man.
Shabbat was cool though. It was cool. I watched the elders, man. Yo, they was going in on women today. You saw them?
Yeah, I saw Elder Apostle Gabar.
Boy.
Boy, that's cool. I meant to upload it. He had addressed Mount Sinai being
Yep. I heard that too.
I meant to upload that, but I couldn't find it when I had screen recorded it. So I screen recorded pretty much the whole thing, and I just couldn't find it. So I was like, I wasn't meant to.
Yeah, but
He's like, you women, you learn to shut up. You come like me and get it. I was like, damn.
yeah, he addressed it though, you know, and that was dope, you know. So yeah, I understand that breakdown now more so. And then he was going into he called them toys. He said a woman is just a sex toy. It's just a sex toy. I was like, I was rolling, boy. They was going in for about 10 minutes straight.
God, you know, a little bit in the live, I fell asleep and stuff. Had a dream. I
What?
was no Martin Luther King. I fell asleep and stuff while watching the elders and stuff, and I could see myself with Apostle Tar and Gabor on the highways and byways, and we was bringing out a heavy lesson. And after the lesson, I felt drained, man. Like after we finished the thing, I felt drained. I was like, wow.
That was definitely because you fell asleep watching it. That was tight though. Man, I had a maybe because I don't know, we was on live yesterday, but I had a dream this morning, and it was like Alliance was in the dream, right? And he had all these books, and he was throwing books away. And then I had like a book, and it was the Bible, but it had all these other books in it that you never seen in the KJV 1611. And I was like, yo, these them books that Ezra was writing. These like them, what is it, 200, 300 books? So I could tell in the dream that these was those books. And you had names of individuals, of other men. So I had that this morning. It was real short, real quick.
When when we get into the kingdom, we'll get those seven books back
Yup.
and so forth.
What is, I'm gonna go try to find that. That's like what, second address 14, I think. Nah, it's like 14, might be 14 and 1.
Man, I was scrolling yesterday, man. I came across this Jake talking about fallen angels, boy. Yeah, it made me mad. And I was just mad. He was talking to another Jake. And I had scrolled in the live, boy. I was about to cut this Jake up, boy. And I was just in the comments just going. And I was like, you know what? It's kind of stupid. And so I walked my happy ass out that live, boy. Because, I mean, the one Jake who was in the live, he know a little something, but I had determined that he ain't know the names and other stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go and get up out of here. But he's so caught up in the argument of just Genesis chapter 6 being the sons of God and Job chapter 2 being the sons of God, and sons of God have to be Genesis chapter 6, the angels and all. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I can't stand that argument, boy, but I just needed a release, boy.
Yeah, they ain't. These pointless little arguments they're gonna fade away. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about who the sons of God is and all of that. When Jacob's trouble a barrel down their throat, man, they gonna be like, they gonna be seeking the true name, and they ain't gonna find it. They gonna be done. They gonna realize all these little arguments, all this little petty debating and all that mess was vain. This is go ahead. This is second Esdras 14 and 44. In 40 days, they wrote 204 books. So when we talk about those books, we're going to have those books in the kingdom. We're going to be able to read those. You know, I had a dream like 2 years ago that actually I think it was my rib. It was my rib that had the dream, but it was like a mansion. And she said on the second floor of the mansion, it was this massive library, you know? And so I believe we're going to have, stuff like that, right? And we're going to have those books because we got what we need. The 80 books is what we need, right? It's other books that was written that was sealed away, you know. And as the brother Tassai say, yeah, the Vatican could possibly have them, you know, because they do got a lot of stuff of our people. They got a lot of artifacts and all that. You know, I believe so as well. So we're going to get everything back and more from these devils, man. Yeah, it's on our minds and hearts, most definitely.
But right now, what Sirach 12:12, be not admonished for many books, in Isaiah 34:16. Seek out the book of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You should be focused only on the 80 books.
Yeah, man. You want to go into the book of Enoch and all this other nonsense and don't even know what the regular scriptures say, the actual scriptures. You ain't even mastered those yet, but you want to be all deep with it, talking about some Esau killed what's his name, Nimrod.
Mm-hmm. This is Psalm 68:11. Yahweh gave the word, great was the company of those that published it. So, and furthermore, having an understanding, having faith, you got to have faith that we got what we need. You know, that's a major part. So, faith that Yahweh set it up, because nobody has free will. He set it up how it's supposed to be, and he had King James assemble 50 plus scribes to come together and put these books together, you know, and give it out to us, right? So he allowed, you know, this stuff to come at the time that it's supposed to come. And yeah, he allowed people to taint with it and to mess with it and do all that. But guess what? We right back where we need to be with the Apocrypha, the Old Testament, and the New Testament. So it's like, as much as they wanted to mess with it, it was to no avail, it was to no effect. As much as they wanted to destroy the name, it was to no avail, to no effect. They just restricted my life, but it's all good. So as much as they wanted to destroy us, to make us a no nation, it was to no effect. They do not get to get the victory, right? They get little temporary battles that they can win, but they will not win the 100% war. They won't win the entire thing.
There's no counsel against Yahweh, but Hashem Yahushua.
So what we doing right now, man, we in this spiritual battle, we just fighting, ongoing fighting until what? The reinforcements come and the head captain come, which is Yahweh Shai. We holding the fort right now. You know, we building up, as the elders say all the time, garrisons. The internet is garrisons. You got garrisons on here. You know, we building up brothers on this thing, on the Rumble, on the Clapper, on the YouTube. That's just garrisons. Waking up the 144,000 and the 1/3. Because we are a part of a larger army, which they can't understand. A spiritual, you know? So that's what we got to do. And soon, man, Yahweh Shai gonna arrive. Let me get that scripture where it's more with us than it be with them. This is 2 Kings 6:16. All right, as a matter of fact, we'll start at 14. Therefore, I will just read it. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of power was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariot. And his servant said unto him, At last, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. Although you may stand on the corner by yourself, or 2 brothers, 3 brothers with you, right? But guess what? We got a legion of armies behind us, a legion of angels behind us. That's what you got to understand when you walking out here. You know, is it just like a brother that's just teaching the truth to your family? You still got angels with you. All right, they protecting you. You calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you got that hedge of protection around you. So it's more that's with you than that be with Esau. So keep that in mind whenever you go. When you in Jacob's trouble and it's seeming like it's the end, it's seeming like, you know, how I'm going to get up out of this? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to lead you up out of this. You have an army with you. That's what the prophets always understood. That's what they had, you know, that's what they you know, situations that we get in, somehow we get out of them. That's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So don't break under the stress of the test. You got it out.
You know what you need to understand is can't nothing happen to you unless Yahweh Bashim Yahushai ordain it. So I don't care if 10,000 fall at your left side and 500 fall at your right side. I mean, it's gonna be good. Y'all ever see that movie Final Destination? Where like the motherfucker just be walking through the street and shit just be happening all around you. That could be you. And if something do happen to you, then I mean, that's just how it was meant to be. And ain't no worry. Ain't no. I mean, you could be, worried about it. Yeah, we in the flesh. But I mean, if that's something that you have to go through, it's just something you have to go through. You ain't gonna change it by worrying about it.
Yeah.
But make no haste in the time of trouble. And going back to what Kakama said, Matthew 10 and 29, that Heavenly Father Yahweh what sanctions everything, the good and the evil. But when the good and the evil happen, what praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, reverence him, ask of him, beg of him, and cry out unto him.
Khan, this is Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of power. So we got to go through much tribulation, man. Trials, temptation. We got to go through much pain. Understanding that, much pain, much chastisement, much sorrow, right? The reward is going to be rewarding. That's all how to put it, man. You got it out.
God, as of yet, we have not really shed blood for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but the time is coming where a choice will have to be made.
Kind of Rashimaf always saying that we have not resisted unto blood. So we got to resist unto blood. Some of us, we will have to resist unto blood. We will get beat. We will get spit at, whatever it be.
Yeah, because what a lot of Israelite camps, they don't understand is this. Remember, we pissed the Heavenly Father off, right? So you still, the scripture says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai requireth that which is past. And it tells you in Jeremiah that although he makes an end of the nations, he's not going to make a full end of us because you have a remnant, you have the elect. But he also says in that same verse that he will not let us go altogether unpunished. That's the key word. So that means we still have to go through that chastisement. And we're bearing our chastisement right now. We've lost things that we once had being in the world because now we're trying to become spiritual men. But then we also have to go through the ultimate chastisement when that chip is implemented. You're going to be tested. So you got Israelites out here that they really don't understand that they feel as though like, oh, just because you're the chosen nation, you already made it. No, you still have to do some stuff. You still got to get past Jacob's trouble. Your faith still has to be tested. You ain't really been through nothing.
Hey, Jeremiah, bring out that Second Ezra chapter 7, verses 6 through 9.
Second Ezra, chapter 7, verses 6 through 9. There is also another thing, a city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
See that? That's what we doing, man. We got to go through the dangers to get the inheritance. It's gonna be troubles all around, man. Just like that fire on one side and that water on the other side. And it's a narrow path that only one man could go, man. So this is why we tell you, brothers, hey, you got to save yourself, man. You got to work out your own salvation, man. Only one man could go at one time. You can't come with me. See that? So going back to the brother that was worried about the parents, hey man, damn what them parents talking about. Better work out your own salvation with what? With fear and trembling.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
An election's true. But you can go back to that.
Yeah, no, brother, you got it. You got it. It's all yours.
Well, I had, through the spirit.
Because it's like we tried to tell a brother, and not just him, any brother who may be in that situation, and to you sisters, right? Because you sisters are not exempt. That box want to get opened up. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong for you to deal with a man, but just understand that in these times, like the scripture says, be not ignorant of a small matter or a great matter. We are entering into a great matter, which is Jacob's trouble. So at the end of the day, you have to understand your situation. Is it going to be beneficial for you? Right? Like the scripture says, all things are lawful. It's lawful to get a rib. It's lawful to get married, but is it profitable for you in these times? You know what I'm saying? Because you have to take on, if you're a brother in this truth, but like we said, not all, but majority of our women, they not with it. So when that shift gets passed, and let's say she was with you, whatever, but the moment the Lord turns up that heat to test your faith, and when she starts to go a day or two without food, a day or two without showering, God forbid she's on her monthly cycle, how you think she's gonna deal? She can turn her hand against you.
See, man, and that's what was going on in that the brother Kawam said it earlier, that Katrina was like a prelude to Jacob's trouble, because as the brother just said, 2 days, 3 days, in Katrina they had people that hadn't showered in 5 days, 6 days in the Superdome, man.
Wow.
Right? Or at the convention center. And they said, boy, it stunk. They said it was shit floating all over the place, pee everywhere, people getting graped left and right. This is what we talking about. This is Jacob's trouble, man. That was a prelude to Jacob's trouble, right? Water everywhere, alligators, moccasins, every type of critter. You can't drink, like, no drinking water.
See?
Watch that documentary, man, and you can start to get a visual of what Jacob's trouble is going to be like, but 10 times worse. Yep. Plus, you have military helicopters flying everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yep. And that's why your mindset has to be switched on. Like, the elder Ariel said earlier, it's going to be go time. It ain't going to be, you supposed to be as a pilgrim on the earth. Ain't no time to look back. All this, I just want to settle down, get some kids all that shit finna be cut out, man. We don't have to be worrying about living in this fantasy where you want the house with the white picket fence. You want to get some kid. No, man. We gonna get all of that in the kingdom right now. We too late. It's the fourth quarter. 2 minutes on the clock. All right, you the all-star. You on the field. You on the court, man. You got to make the play. What's the play? Run the playbook. See, that's not, Jake not thinking like that. Go ahead, Kakuma.
And that could be spiritual too, because we out here at 2 minute warning, actually in the final minute, and we supposed to be running the play, and we on the 3-yard line. What's the play, coach? Oh, yep. I don't know. We didn't practice that. You got to get your practice in right now. This is the time for practice right now. So when you put in the field on the 3-yard line, you can say, all right, you go, we running X, Y, 7778924. All right, you gonna do this. All right, if he break out this way, you gonna go that way. You're gonna be out there. You're gonna know what you're doing. You go boom, 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 and you already fucking 90 yards deep for going for the game winning touchdown.
But if you didn't pay attention during practice, you don't know what an XY777Z8 is. You're gonna be out there and you're gonna fuck it up every time, man. And then you're gonna what? You're gonna get in a desperate situation, 4th and 10, and Hail Mary. Well, most Hail Marys don't work. All right, so then you're gonna lose the game because you didn't know. A man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is prepared spiritually. We may not have food packed up from here and there or all of that mess, but we prepared through the spirit. We already knew what the defense was about to bring. I saw the blitz. I saw Esau, the drones, the robot dogs, the pesticides on the food, the chemtrails. We saw the RFID hip. That was the blitz. You couldn't recognize it, so boom, your quarterback fucked up. You got it up.
And why you ain't gonna know what play to run? Because you ain't studying the playbook. You got to know the playbook. The scriptures, that's the playbook. You got to know hey man, what is your faith in, man? What is your doctrine? And this is what's gonna get these other Israelites jacked up, man. Because they don't study the playbook. They don't know what's contained in the playbook. They out here lollygagging and playing around. Damn, having cookouts with fringes and shit, man.
Yep. Hey, take it to that. Y'all remember Waterboy?
Hey.
When he was
that's
like,
the spirit. I was just finna say that.
Hey, well, you got it then. Say it. You got it.
I was just because I was gonna say when you think about the water boy, see these camps, y'all think y'all are the water boy or that you got somebody as an elder or whatever in your camp that is that, but he ain't finna be out there like that. Y'all finna lose.
Let's see.
Like my man said, a professor, the Abdullah Oblongata. You finna Abdullah Oblongata your ass with a missile. That's what's finna happen.
Hey, but see how spiritual this thing is. What we talking about? You getting to practice in. Elder Manatazaba, he always says it may seem like we're going over the same thing over and over and over and over again, but that's how you practice, and practice make perfect. What does so-called Steph Curry do? He go out there and he shoot thousands of shots every day, allegedly. He go out there and go to the line and shooting free throws every day. First one in the gym, out one to leave. Some of the stories you heard about Kobe Bryant. He the first one in the gym, outside, last one to leave, putting up shots every day. They just didn't do that, just because. You got to do that to perfect your craft. And if you're not trying to be great, then you could just half-ass the shit. But you're gonna be on a 10-day contract, and your 10 days is up, you out the league.
Yep.
Yeah, what reputation is what key? It's a mastery,
Yep.
Keep going over it.
Yeah. Elder Apostle Gabar would say that repetition is an art. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And spiritually, what we say, like, how many times has Elder Natazaba made videos? What shall we do in Jacob's trouble? Because why? You got Jakes that's constantly coming up, asking questions. Well, what do we do? What have you been doing, man? You've been watching the videos and stuff all this damn time, and you ain't learned nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't learned nothing when Yahweh said, "Be patient, wait ye upon me." But that don't mean that when martial law rolls up, you just sit there. But no, you have to learn how to move. Okay, they coming in. All right, listen, babe. Children, they gonna come in here with guns. Agree with thine adversary quickly, like Yahweh Shah said. Don't run off at the lip. If you see them press feet, don't get upset. Don't allow for your emotions to get the better of you. Let me do what I have to do. More than likely, they're going to take me. They're going to try to threaten you guys. All right. Just allow for the situation to play out. Have faith. 9 times out of 10, if they take me, they're going to leave you guys. All right. But I got faith. Y'all going to be protected.
Hey.
You got to run the game plan.
What soft answer can do right?
Soft answer.
Yeah.
What
y'all see that movie? Oh shit. My fault, Kwame. You got it?
Well, let me get it then. Let me get it if you don't want to speak, Kakama. I got you. This is Revelations 10 and 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. I said this a couple lives ago, man. This entire period, ever since we got kicked out of the garden, man, we've been rehearsing, we've been practicing, we've been trying to get back to that glorified state, you know? So every regeneration, every reincarnation, talking about the hopeful elect, we coming back into our lots and we are practicing. We are prophesying. We are coming. John had to come back. He like, damn, I just prophesied. I got my ass thrown in boiling water. That didn't kill me. Now I'm in prison. I got to do this again? Yeah, you got to do this again. Couple more times. Yeah. You know, so we going through those experiences. We constantly going, man. The spirits of the prophets are subject unto the prophets if we be those men. You got it, Ahchyam.
Edris said, "Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days?" Hey, but y'all remember that scene from that movie Taken with Liam Neeson when they was rummaging through the shit and the girl was under the bed. She was like, "Daddy, what do I do with it?" He was like, "Look, they gonna take you."
Yup.
Just tell me what they look like. Tell me anything you can tell me about them. Don't panic. They gonna take you though.
Hey, can you get on Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 5? I bring this out all the time.
God, Romans chapter 5, verse 3 to 5. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of power is shed abroad in our hearts by the Rakakadash which is given unto us.
Right. So what that means is, going back to what the elder Ariel said, if you've been studying the playbook, which is these scriptures, and you allow for yourself to be built up, going out on the street corners, allowing for people to come up and talk shit about you, to laugh, mock, and scoff, to test your faith in this thing, right? You went through all of that to get you to this point to where when the persecution comes, your faith is not going to be little, but it's going to be strong, because you allow for everything else to this point in time to get you built up. And so you're going to glory in the day of your tribulation. Unlike everybody else is going to be offended. Remember, Yahushua said, blessed is he who is not offended in me. How do you get offended? Because when your ass get persecuted, you're going to be like, hey, yo, this ain't what I signed up for. No, I want my family. No, I love my woman more than this truth, man. I can't lose my girl. That's going to be majority of you jakes out here that's piss farting around.
And if you haven't read the story, read the story of those 7 sons in 2nd Maccabees, the 7th chapter.
Every time.
Please do that.
Every time.
That also, go ahead.
What? There's some of us that will not taste death, but at the same time, what is precious the blood of the saints. And what Job 13:15, though Yahweh will slay me, I will maintain my way in him. We will have to go through that.
Yeah. Even if you don't taste death, you still gonna go through some shit. All right, it's not just gonna be peachy clean for you. You still gonna go through stuff. We still gonna have to get tried. It's a lot of us, man, going through stuff right now, getting tried. Right? So just because you don't see a brother announce it, oh yeah, he ain't going through shit. His life, nah, bro. Brothers, everybody got a unique type of cross, bro. Everybody, the remnant, the elect, everybody trust and believe it. If they getting a crown on their head, they going through something. Y'all got it.
What chastised right now, so we don't be judged with the world, man.
That's right. You don't want to be punished with that world, because, like, man, Rami hit it on the nail. If you really not going through anything, and it ain't even got to be nothing major, it can be something so little and small that can actually get to you. All right, mess up your conscience on how you're going to deal and how you're going to respond. That's Yahweh Bashim Shah's way of dealing with you, man. To see, all right, are you going to practice what you preach? Are you going to put it into practice? Or you going to dip out? Or you just all talk? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Cotton.
Hey, I don't speak on it much, man, but Yahweh Bashim Shah took me out of my element, man. And he took me from my physical element and made me more cerebral. And, it's been been hell, and I'm not complaining, boy. But you know, when shit goes down, the shit gonna have to go down. And can I stand on it? I hope so. I pray so. I've been working for it. But if you know, I gotta suffer a little bit more, I'm willing to do so. Revelation 2:10 says, 2:10 says, fear none of those things thou shalt suffer. And it didn't say might, it says shall. The devil will cast some of you into prison. So hey, some of us going to prison, some of us gonna get beheaded, some of us gonna end up unalive, man. But what's the comfort that you should find in that? The dead in Yahweh Shai shall raise first.
Exactly.
You got the victory.
Hey,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
right. It's just like, hey, you put me. Hey, I'm coming right back, man. Put me to death. I'm coming right back. And when you in this truth, man, hey, that's hey, you gotta walk like that. Like I look for shit that happen. Like when shit happen, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? I just keep moving on. That's how you gonna have to be. Like, don't even let it slow you down, man. I just take it in stride. Like, yeah, that's about right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right. Long hey, I'm gonna get through it some kind of way. Yeah, how about you? How shall I bring me through? And every single time, go get right through it. No doubt at all. I don't even doubt it. I just be like, whatever. I'm just gonna go.
And even if this is the day that I get stopped, so be it. This is where I meant to stop.
Yep.
Exactly. The race is over.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I just had a crazy week because I had a roster day off on Monday. I had a day off work, but I couldn't be bothered, so I took another 2 days off. Sick of Esau's ass, man. And I'm like, I'll see y'all when I'll come back on Thursday. So I come back on Thursday only to find out a death angel came to my job and took a person out that's been there for about 17 years.
Dang.
Damn. Now I'm gonna show you how spiritual it is. Originally, I was supposed to have last Friday off, but because when everybody 3 weeks ago put their name down for that same day to have off, I told my boss 3 days before Friday had came that look, I'm happy to swap and just give me the Monday off, and I'll come in on a Friday. So he was like, all right, yeah, bet. That's what you want to do. I'll give you that Monday. I'm like, all right, cool. So I come in on Friday. It's only 3 of us. We didn't have a jam like everybody else had that day off. But then I'm like, damn, there's a reason why I took the Monday off, only to find out when I came back Thursday, somebody went into the men's bathroom and dropped right then and there on the floor, had a heart attack. Now check this out. They was in the stall when it happened. The guy, there was another dude next to him that was on the phone, found out his sister passed away the same time the dude next door to him is having a heart attack.
Damn.
I'm talking about double whammy. Can you imagine that? He's on the phone getting bad news. His sister with 5 children just passed away, and then the guy next to him is dead right next to him, unalive right next to him, just had a heart attack. And he don't even know what's going on until they was looking for the dude, and they say he'd been in there for 4 hours unconscious.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And I'm finding out all of this. I come back to work Thursday. They was like, man, you lucky you was off on Monday because it was an eerie day. They was like, everybody was saying it was like, it was a very eerie. I said, yeah, that was the day of Yahweh Bashim Shai. It was his time, man. I said, but they didn't, they don't understand what's going on. I understood. I was like, hey, I was praising Yahweh Bashim Shai. I was like, 2 in 1 day. I said, the casual worker who was there, he found out his sister had just passed away, and he's in the stall crying, and he don't understand that his coworker next to him just Death Angel came, took his ass out.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, just me talking as a man. After the Day of Atonement, man, watch how shit increase.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see, I still am always reminding myself, because we're almost in September, that Elder Apostle Tahar called this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble and the deliverance of Jacob. Now, the deliverance of Jacob part might go into next year. But
Right.
that Jacob's trouble part, look where we are in September, and they already done took DC.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep. And what a lot of people don't understand is you have this thing called a fiscal year. So the fiscal year that comes in October, that means the budget is already set for the following year. So right now, what you have going on, you have a lot of people right now, they're spending all the money that they have for this year. So it's like, all right, hey, look, we got this money left. Hey, we need to go ahead and spend this money because if we don't spend it, then it's a wrap for it because the next year is coming up. So go ahead and get what you need now because next year we don't know how big the budget is. So when October hit, that's when all these things are going to happen where people are going to come with their budgets, their new budgets, and it ain't going to be as big as it normally is. People want to be making
and
cuts.
they've been kicking it down the road.
Exactly.
But guess whose budget is about to increase by $100 billion?
Oh, ICE.
Yeah, exactly. Fiscal year 2026. They about to come hard, man.
So this is how you know shit is finna take off soon as October get here, man. You about to see massive layoffs. You about to see ICE kick in gear and head to all these different cities where they say they was gonna go. And man, shit's gonna get out of hand.
ICE is basically martial law, just covered up.
Right.
Yeah, ICE is you go back, you look at what's his, I don't want to say his name, but the Hitler, like that guy.
Yep.
What did he have? He had a secret police. That's what ICE is. You say something and you speak negative towards the government. Oh, the secret police is coming to pay knock on your door.
Bro, that whole situation is that King Alfred plan. That whole situation.
That's all it is. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that one Jake that got deported and they brought him back and then deported him again? And then now they're trying to send his ass to Uganda or some shit.
Oh, you talking about I forgot his name, bro.
Oh man, something like that.
Yeah, sent him to El Salvador, right? Then they brought him back. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Now, did they tell y'all what's going on over here in Australia on the news with that manhunt unaliving 2 cops? Now, I'm gonna show y'all how. You seen that?
I saw I saw a little bit about it, and then they was like, "It's cameras everywhere. Why didn't nobody see anything about them?"
Bro, let me take. Hey, hold on now, because you on the song. Like now, Yashar already spoke on it. I'm not speaking. I'm waiting, right? Because me and him, we've been sending each other videos, articles, or whatever. And I told him, I said, look, I said we can cover this. We can do a lot. I said, but it's no point because what I found out was allegedly they said that he's loved by the whole community, right? They say he's a church going man. Whatever. Tell me why. This is the 6th day that the police is looking for him, right? They got SWAT everything up in the mountains. But just 3 months ago, they had a mafia underboss showdown here in Melbourne where some boss or whatever, or, hitman or whatever went out, did something. They found him within not even less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They found him when it comes to that mafia stuff. Oh, nah, they not with that. You ain't finna get one over on them.
Oh yeah.
So when this thing went down and it popped off, I told Yashar, I said, wait a minute, you send me that article again. They said in the article they deemed him as a sovereign citizen cult. Then they said he's not on in an alleged cult. That cult, to be a sovereign citizen, represents you going against government authorities. And you don't like the laws, the procedures, and everything that's passed through Parliament and everything. You don't have no respect for the government. I said this is how Australia is trying to swing it to bring in the whole digital surveillance or whatnot. I said they're using this case to bring in the surveillance. I said it's right there. I said just watch how this shit is playing out. This is day number 6. They got the whole SWAT team up there in the mountains.
allegedly looking for this man that they apparently can't find. When you got every facial recognition camera on
Yeah,
site over there, and they
yeah.
still can't find him.
They lying their ass off, bro.
You
Cause
see what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
man, the elders brought this out here in the Antelope Valley. If you leave the Antelope and you go to LA, we call it going down the hill. It has a facial recognition camera and it knows who's leaving and entering in the city. Everybody
Yep.
that comes in, you come in from LA, they know you here. You leave, they know you left. Like that's the technology that's out there on the highway. So for them to not find somebody for 6, they lying.
They showed that in that movie War of the Worlds with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
And they
Look,
and Kakuma, they got the same type of technology in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Kakuma, I'm gonna show you how Esau is getting one on the Australian people out here. We're talking this allegedly this man is in the woods, right? It's cold out here. We're at the end of winter. It's snow up there in the mountain. Eventually, they said, "Oh, he might have a bunk or whatever." Hey, eventually, that man got to make a fire, does he not?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Do he not get? Eventually, he got to make. So you mean to tell me with the drone technology and all that you have, infrared movement ability, you ain't gonna be able to detect this man making a damn fire in the woods?
And we ain't stupid. I saw the little FBI, the eye in the sky. They can track you, man. They
There
can
you go.
go back and man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
And
like
y'all heard what's been happening in Indonesia?
nah. What's going on?
Oh man, there's this one girl I had sent it in the group chat. There's one girl. They said that they suspended their TikTok lives because they've been rebelling over there in Indonesia. That shit's on fire.
Damn.
That the same thing happened in France though. What, that was like 2 years ago or maybe a year ago. They was rebelling and they shut down the internet. So we telling y'all Jakes, man, that's listening. You don't believe they can do it? They will do it. Because they said they were using the internet to organize. That's what their justification. So they shut it all down.
And what these countries are doing to follow Babylon the Great, they're using what works within the country. So whatever America is doing doesn't mean that the UK will follow that. What the UK is doing is they're using a means to shut their internet down via way of the immigration. So a lot of the UK citizens are in the uproar against Starmer, the prime minister, because he's allowed for the immigrants to come in and basically, just like here in Australia, to take over housing assistance and all of that, get government startup grants, cars, and all of that and above. But then the actual people who were born in the country, they can't find jobs. They're losing their houses. They homeless on the streets. So every country is different on how they're going to utilize to usher in this new world order.
Yeah, that similar thing was happening in New York and Chicago and out here, and Atlanta, because we was covering it with the migrants coming in and they was getting credit cards, getting paid $4K a month, getting room and board. So they was getting set up, man. And then you had homeless veterans. Come on. That's crazy.
So everything we saying is all biblical prophecy at the end of the day. The scripture says that there should be sedition of men, and they should not regard their kings or princes, which is going into local government, their city councils and all of that. So that's happening. That's another tell sign that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The people are in a mourning state right now.
And to Saad, I got to get you a quick precept out because you said something earlier I've been meaning to address. You said his name is already written on our foreheads if you can accept that, beloved. But understand, we don't know. So I'm going to get this 2 Corinthians 10:12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. That's why we the hopeful elect. All we can do is hope, pray, fast, and pray that the Rakakadash stays on us and we can make it out of this place. But at the end of the day, we don't know if we let. We can't stand up here
You
and say
know,
that because that would be a prideful situation. That would be a because if I knew I'm the elect, hey, I'm shutting down the live right now. Bye.
I'm good right now. I'm going to bed.
Hey, I see y'all later.
But
I see y'all never. I'm elect, nigga. I ain't gotta do this shit.
well, you know,
Right.
I tell myself to side, man, and this is real shit. I tell my sis every day. I said, even if I'm not, and I'm destined to go to that lake of fire, still got to do the work.
Yeah.
That may not be my fate, but hey, it is what it is. And what did King David say? He said he'd rather be a doorkeeper. Man, hey, I'd rather
Hey,
be a doorkeeper too, man. I mean, I just want to make it. But
that's
even if I
my
don't, and even
sentiment.
if I gotta die, even if I gotta suffer, whatever may have you, you got put in my future. It is what it is. But I'm still gonna do that work today.
I share that same sentiment, man. I always quote that Psalms 84, where he said, I'd rather be a doorkeeper at the gates of the living power, right, than to be in the hands of my enemies. He didn't even put him, and this is King David. He didn't look surpass that and like, yeah, I want to be on a throne. I want to be a king and I want to have this. And no, he said, look, even if I got to be a doorman at your post, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That's the
This
type
is
of spirit we on, man. Like, yeah, we know we're gonna be blessed and we're gonna have this and that, but hey, not to the extent where look, all we just want to make it, even if we got to be the one keeping the okay, yep, whatever you want, Lord, yep, I'm gonna tick his name off. If I got to be that dude at the gate, let me be him,
The
just to make
bouncer
it
at the club door. Yeah,
right.
you on the list? You on the
Exactly.
list?
You want to live? I'm gonna get that list for you.
Think about that. Like if you Yahweh Shai's doorman, you see them every day, man. That's a
hey,
blessing.
hold on, man. Who are you, man? Shalom.
Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat. I just
How
couldn't wait
about
to
you? Y'all
say
got
that.
Rakatha.
I came up just to say that.
You
That's
came up
how it
like a
was a little
scoffer,
brother,
bro.
y'all.
Lock it.
Now go ahead. Shalom, bro.
I was just saying, like, imagine if you opening the door for Yahweh Shai every day, or opening the door for the King David or one of the 12. Like, that would be a blessing. Like, you get to be in the presence of great men, like, all the time. So, again, just looking at it as like, oh, it's nothing.
That's a beautiful point because it speaks about that in the Apocrypha. Don't be hasty to sit with great men. You know, it's a difference if you are in the midst of great men, they call you whatever. There's a blessing upon you. It's like almost favoritism. But if you there by your own will because you want to be, the scriptures actually speak against that. You know what I mean? Unless when it comes to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and yeah, you're supposed to be in the midst of wise men, wise counsel. But just based off the pure fact that you make it on that and you at the doorpost, man, that's a very I don't have to be like I always say, yeah, it's an awesome feeling, when that time comes, if it's revealed to you that you are the 144,000, hell yeah. But I wouldn't even care if I'm not a part of those great men. If I can make it even in a large great multitude, I'll take that.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And we got to
Hey,
understand, some of
I
the
even go.
144,000 is in the heavens already,
It's in the
right?
heavens already. Yep.
I
Yep.
even go one step further than that, Mother. I say even if I'm a 2/3 ninja, boy, still gotta do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You still
I,
have
I
to,
hate to be
you
I
know?
hate to be in the lake of fire, boy, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Because that's the difference. You understand the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You understand, okay, that which is then is now. All right. And whatever happened then has to be required.
Yeah.
These other Israelite camps, they not thinking about that. They not thinking about
Nope.
taking a lowly road and saying, damn, you know what, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I don't know what I've done in my past life, but hey, I know you're going to require it. I can just only pray and hope you have mercy on me and remember my forefathers' covenant.
This
I
why
always
I would tell, dang, Kakama, go ahead, bro. You got it.
I just want to say I always just remember the thought, Yahweh Shai. you know, and the thing to think on the things I always think of. If you knew you were going to die, would you still do the work? Yahushua knew he was going to die, and he still did the work.
Yeah, and that's
That's
well,
it, man.
that's
That's
hard.
all.
That's hard, man. You know, and we know we're gonna be persecuted. You know what I'm saying? So that's. I was gonna give you. This is a great video that Elder Apostle Gabar did. 7 signs that you may be a member of the elect. Now you see, he says may be, right? Now this is a great video because it's pointing out traits that elect men will have. You know, I love when he does these type of videos. So we are extremely hopeful, you know, and we doing the work. We trying to make our call into the election sure, most definitely, you know, but we still gotta go through it, you know, and that we understand that. Her brother wanted to come up, but I guess not no more. Nah, y'all brothers got it.
No, I just want to say Shalak.
What? Oh, Sean. Hey, shalom to that brother, Zaka Ara Allah. I always mess the brother name up, but beautiful videos, bro. All right, beautiful videos, man. Shalom, bro.
What the hell you see? Sucker all that.
He just
Oh,
came.
He just came in.
yeah. Okay, I see him. Yeah, yeah. I always be checking my boy out too.
Yeah,
Brother
he
been
did
putting
a.
out some edifying videos, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But any questions in the comments, man? You know, y'all got anything? I got about 30 more minutes in me. All right.
Oh boy.
It's a brother that keep trying to come up, but he keep taking the request away. Just send it again. Ka'am.
The hell?
I don't know. But the Rashomaf, you going out there tomorrow?
To camp?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, con. Likewise.
That man said, of
Yeah.
course, like it was a given.
Gotta go. What
He
you
said,
mean?
how dare you question me?
The audacity.
I had wanted to go back to the spot I was at last week, but it's finna rain, so I gotta go undercover this week.
Okay.
Cause it's a lot of traffic at that spot, and I think old boy was finna come back again to get this work.
He gonna bring vocab Malone with him. Huh?
Yeah, you know, but you know what? Now that I look back on it, it was strange, and I knew Yahweh Shah was dealing with that whole encounter because there was another dude who came up at the end that was trying to tell him like, yo, you got to believe in the prophecies. And I was like, yo, that's an angel that I'm entertaining that, you know, being unaware, because he had already circled the block and had seen me, and he kind of gave me this nod. He was walking his dog, and then he didn't come back until I was having that dialogue with the dude. And when I asked him about the MOTB and we was walking off, that's when he came back and you know, got involved in the conversation. And he was even telling old dude, he was like, you got to deal with the prophecies, my man. He goes, you're not dealing with prophecy. You just dealing with Jesus so-called love the world. But what did he actually say according to prophecy?
Even when Yerami was in that live with them bug outs, man, and they say, hey, what's the testimony of Jesus Christ? And niggas started talking about some dumb shit. Like, man, you go straight to the scripture and tell you what the testimony of Yahushua is. Like, bro, you
She
got to
ran.
love the nations and say all this other nonsense.
And that's the thing, man. I was helping that female, you know, understand that the J was created around 1524 and all that. But she ran and got her LGBTQ dude who knew a couple scriptures, and he came up in there and just created chaos. I couldn't even talk no more. So I was like, whatever, let him be.
You do realize the Lord was crucified in Jerusalem,
I
right?
know, that's what he kept saying. I was like, that it literally says spiritually, the great city, which is spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt. He could not comprehend that.
The key word there is spiritually. So what does it mean to be spiritually? We could have took him to First Corinthians, the second chapter. We compare spiritual things with spiritualness. So if for an example, if it tells us in not Ecclesiastes, but if it tells us in Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, dealing with the king of Tyrus, right, that he was a man that considered himself like God. If we compare that spiritually to a man today, who would fit that bill? Esau, Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them people, boy, they bug the hell out. Why don't y'all ever have regular names? Nigga, is you serious?
Oh yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Regular names. Well, once again, I'm glad you said that. Let's go to prophecy, Isaiah 19 and 18. Or what's that, Isaiah 40, is it 43 or 44? Where it says a man shall call himself after the name of Jacob, or after the name of his power.
Mm-hmm.
That's prophecy. Again, this is what I'm saying, man. I'm so glad I had that encounter, because that was an eye opener for me. When the apostles always say, you have somebody that's stuck in that Christian mindset, take their ass into prophecy and watch them fold.
Yeah. And Christians, man, that's why I'm telling brothers that go out, don't be scared of these Christians, man. They are extremely simple. I've never had no Christian come up and actually baffle me on anything, because their level of understanding of the scriptures is, boy, my 13-year-old have destroyed them, man. Like they weak.
Yep. And you see when we go through things, and all of us have different experience, but just go back and watch our videos and you'll see how and it's not about being egotist like we can be. No, just understand how you can easily control the narrative when you ask them a particular question regarding prophecy.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because you open up a Pandora's box unto them when they can't deal. Like my man got cut when I said, "Oh, you got your sword? Yeah, go ahead and read that for me, player." When I took his ass to Jeremiah 31, which I knew he never read, because he goes, I asked him, "What is the new covenant?" "Oh, it's for everyone to believe." "Okay, go ahead and read that for me, player." When he read where it said Israel and Judah, I said, "Where's the other nations in that, player?" I wish I would have had the camera on his face, because he was he was puffed up a little bit in pride. If y'all would have seen his dumb, I'm talking about that man with white.
That's
he
why
was ghosted when he read it.
I love with Jim at South Carolina. He'd turn the camera and put it on.
Yes. Yep. He was scared, man, because when he read that for himself, I'm like, read it again. No, go ahead, keep reading. Because you haven't read that, player. Go ahead and read that for me.
I want to get this. This is Psalms 86 and 12. I will praise thee, O Yahweh, my power, with all my heart, and I will glorify thy name forever. So when we bring these things out, like the brother said, we're not boasting. We are glorifying Yahweh by Ahchyam Yahweh Shai by standing boldly in his name, standing boldly on this doctrine and this understanding of the scriptures, the correct way it's supposed to be brought out. Right? So don't allow nobody to, y'all high-minded, y'all of this, because we know the scriptures the correct way, because we're moving in the correct way that we're supposed to be. It's like, I think my family might be mad at me because I don't eat pork. What?
My brother called me a Pharisee because I tried to take him into the scriptures. Boy, I was like, what is you talking about?
You don't understand they got good Pharisees.
Yeah. Hey, I told y'all my own mother called me a false teacher, a false prophet before she came into the truth.
Kind of likewise.
Speaking about the pork thing, so I'm interviewing for jobs right now, and they asked me what foods I could, have and stuff like that. So I told them, no pork, no shellfish. And then I got asked like 5 times, why you can't eat pork? And each time I was like, it's an allergy. And they just kept on asking it. And I was just like,
What job are you applying for where they ask what you can eat? What job is that?
I'm a surgeon and I'm about to graduate this
Oh,
year.
Oh, okay. Con.
That's
man.
Con.
beautiful, huh? Hey.
And they ask you if you can eat shellfish and shit?
Yes. Well,
Mm.
they take you out and do all of this stuff, and
Oh, okay,
and so
okay.
they plan and stuff, and
Yeah.
they want you to come over to their house and meet them and all of this stuff. So I was
Right.
there for like 3 days, and so let's like they kept asking me this, and I was like, I told y'all on the email I'm allergic to it,
Mm.
and it's just like I'm not telling y'all no more. Like that's it.
Next time, just tell them you're a Muslim. They respect it.
Nah, I wasn't. I know that's what they was thinking. But I was like, nope, these
Yeah.
Edomites. I'm not.
Yeah, they trickery. They trying to, yeah. Nah, you did the right, just that's, hey, you use guile like Paul did. You just,
Yep.
hey, now I'm allergic to it. That's why I got certain allergens, so family history or whatever, I can't touch that stuff. But thank you for asking.
Exactly.
Keep it moving.
Clark Kent.
Yep. We ain't trying to be seen. We ain't trying to be nosy, nothing like that. We just go out there and do. I had a woman, after I had that encounter with old dude, I had a lady that y'all couldn't see it, but there was a bench because I was by it late and she was sitting on the bench. She was hearing it. And then when I started going into prophecy, I started talking about Jacob's trouble. And then she got spooked. So her ass get up off the bench only to come in front of the camera, which y'all couldn't see it, but she took a picture of the chart. And then she gonna smile at me, then keep walking. I was like, yeah, we talking about your ass. You be out there. You gonna be out there with Pookie and Ray Ray knocking at your door. So you can sit on the bench all you want to, all right, ear glued to the live and everything. But hey, your spirit is your conscience is guilty, my man. All right,
That's
it's
that
going down.
that's that Revelations 11, man. They standing in great fear.
Yeah.
I remember, and I'm not a really good liar. I hate lying, actually, man. So, like, I was going to get my hair cut, and I was like, all right, don't line me up. He's like, for real? And I was like, yeah. He was like, man, why don't you want to line up? I was like,
Bruh. Yep.
it's against the law. He was like, oh, I never knew that. I was like, yeah.
The same thing, man. It was a long time ago. I told him I don't want to line up. I was like, don't touch my beard. This motherfucker didn't listen, man. After that, I stopped
Heck
going.
nah,
I
bro.
stopped going to the barbershop, man. I
I
just let
wouldn't have
myself.
paid. I wouldn't have paid for the cut. Nah, he tripping.
Yeah,
Or
he don't listen,
just
man.
just tell them, because I had that situation too when I first came in. I just told, hey, I broke out with a medical thing. So as you come out here, just cut it regularly, no fade ups or nothing, no lineups, because my skin breaks out.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I just said my skin breaks out, man. When you put that line to my forehead, my skin break out.
Yeah, I got some.
Rashomon, that's beautiful being subtle, and using wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Because look, everybody did like I ain't really been to the barbershop in 6 years now. I just learned how to cut my own hair. You
Oh,
can go
good.
you can go to Amazon and they got the self barber kit with the mirror, and all you got to do is put the mirror on the back of your door in the bathroom,
Yep.
and you can see behind, all different points, size of your hair when you cut it. Just buy that and cut your own stuff if you can.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
used to cut
would
my
do
hair
that.
when I was like in the 6th grade, 7th grade, and they called me Patches for 2 years, man. But then I got better.
Con, after what he did, after that, I just sent a prayer to Yahweh Hashem El Shai. I told him not to let my hair grow, and he haven't. I got an afro.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I would cut my own hair, man, but I ain't got the range of motion in my shoulders anymore. So.
Yeah, it's all good. Cosmo, you just tell them just keep it low, short, neat. No line. You good, man. No lineups or nothing. You good.
Yeah, I mean, he was
I mean,
respectful, dude. Yeah, the
I have to
long
tell
ass
the
dreads and shit, but I mean, I
yeah.
ain't say nothing.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that reminds me of a live I did a couple of weeks ago. I had a young Jake on one of my backup pages that kept asking me about this same topic that I went over with him 3 months ago. And to Yeramia's point, because Yeramia always bring this out, this goes to younger Jakes. Like, when we tell you guys to take notes, go back, rewatch the lessons until you get it and do your own research, there's a reason why we say that. Now, he came out of the woodworks after 3 months and tried to challenge me, saying, see, when you go into the amplified version and when you go into the NLT version, it don't really say that. So is Leviticus 19 and 27 really talking about lineups? Like, he started questioning me, and I'm like, I had to do a whole lesson on that again and go and show him. Did you go into the driver's brig lexicon? Did you look at the word? Did you go here? Did you go into the etymology? Notice how it speaks about rounding, which goes into lining up the side all the way around to the other side of your head, man. Then you start to go into the Egyptian customs. You'll find out the Egyptians, that's where the Moabites, the so-called Chinese today, got that hairstyle where they sit their child down and they put a bowl on top of their head and call it the bowl cut. They got that from the Egyptians, because the Egyptians used to take the razor blades and they used to round off the corners of their head. That's why Jake now is tight. You know, he clever with them clippers, be giving you the designs and stuff in your head. That goes back to ancient Egypt. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be doing that. Go ahead.
You said the Day of Atonement. The Day of Atonement is September 30th?
Yeah,
September
September
30th to
30th.
October 1st.
Dev said that was my next question. I didn't think points were bad, but rounding was prohibited. Yeah, you're not supposed to. So, okay, when it comes to lineups and everything, that's a way of the heathen nations. When we came out of ancient Egypt, a lot of our foreparents, when they were dwelling in the midst of ancient Egypt, that's what they were doing. The Egyptians, when you go into the Egyptian customs, like today, a lot of our women, they like to wear the weave in their hair and stuff. When you look up ancient Egyptian customs, the women of the Egyptian women, they used to wear wigs, makeup, right? And so what the Egyptian men used to do, they used to line up their hair. They used to cut it down like a bald fade, just so that the brother had it on the screen, so they can wear wigs. All right. They used to neatly cut. So when you go into the history, when we came out of there, that's what the book of Leviticus is about. It said, when you come up out of the land of Egypt, learn not of their works. Don't implement what you were accustomed to. So that means everything you was once accustomed to, you got to stop doing. Now, did Israel have barbers? Yes, because the scripture says in Ezekiel, the 44th chapter, we're supposed to poll our heads, meaning to trim.
Yep.
You can trim your hair, just don't sit up there and do designs like you're going to get that fresh fade, that fresh lineup. That's all we saying.
Yeah. And if you do get a fade, okay, it cannot be a bald fade. Your beard and your head, your beard and the top of your head, they need to connect, right? You can't cut to the skin, because you will see brothers with fades, but their beard and their hair will still connect. It will not be no bald fade. You can't get the boosie, okay?
Yeah, my hair is real curly, so I can't really cut it down. If I cut it down to the skin, it'll curl inside the skin and shit. So.
And there's nothing wrong with trimming your beard and so forth, but at the same time, us being Israelites, man, our hair naturally connects, man.
Yeah.
You know, what your Ramna showed is hair and stuff. We naturally connect. Even mine, they naturally connect. I haven't cut my hair in a long time, but it connects, man.
And what I was showing is, like, you let your hair grow, man, you know, it's going to come back to like a little natural or whatever. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be how it was designed to be, you know, and just rock with it, man. You know, don't try to appeal to the world, fresh lineup, that Denzel or whatever. That ain't it. All right. That's not our customs. We are what? A set apart people. Kadash. Remember that.
Cause you need to worry about what Yahweh should think about you, man.
Like, man, I ain't get no girls ever since I've been in the truth. Well, you didn't need them. If they carnal as hell, he got a fresh lineup girl, he got this, and if that's all they own, you ain't need them. They're not gonna align to your customs, right? You got it. And this shit look goofy anyway, man.
Yeah, that shit look stupid as hell, boy.
That boy ain't got no beard.
No beard. That's another thing. If you can grow a beard, grow a beard. I know some brothers may be younger. You know, you might have just whiskers. You know, that is what it is. Your beard will come in later on or whatever. Or some brothers, hey, may not have a beard, right? If you can't grow a beard, you can't grow a beard. That's the thing with, like you had these dummies a couple years ago try to go at GMS South Carolina about him having a bald head. That's just how his hair is. There's nothing wrong with that because he's naturally like that, right? If you are, we can't change the way that Yahweh made us. So you got to understand that you can, if you're balding, then okay, boom, that's okay.
I got a little bald spot on the side of my head, man. Believe it or not, I let the shit grow. I don't care about it.
Con is natural, let it bald, but where you go off at is what cutting it off. Just let it be. Just let it be, man. That's you. That's how Yahweh made you, man.
Yeah, you shouldn't have no like Michael Jordan. He could grow hair, man. He had hair all in the 80s. He ain't just good. That's crazy. He just started, just balding it off when his hair could grow. Kobe as well.
And they be going extra with it though. They be taking the straight razor and putting a bald head to it. But I'm like, hell no.
And then all them brothers in the NBA, they can grow beards, but they don't. Because they taking on the heathen customs. Jeremiah 10:2. We don't do what the heathens do. Right? We're not trying to fit in with Esau. Or these other heathens. You go at the brother Master Zabak did a beautiful video on dreads and how East Indians were coming over there into the land of Jamaica and all of that, and they brought those customs with them. So that's why a lot of Benjamin, they want to smoke, and they want to wear dreads, and they want to do all of that. But those were never our customs. They were, in a sense, forced on us, brought into us, mingled into us. You got it out?
Yeah. What's that? I forget that guy's name. Halisi, or whatever his name is. Halasi, the water for the correction. So just in short, what a lot of brothers don't understand was Halasi, he based that whole Rastafari religion off of Elam because Elam Esau brought the Elamites, which are the East Indians and Pakistanians, to Jamaica and stuff like that, and also to Haiti. And so Halisi was like, yo, this is very interesting. They worship the god of Shiva and all of this. And so when he started trying to align a religion, he confessed that majority of what the Rastafarians practice today is an offshoot of what East Indians practice. So that whole concept of smoking the Kush and growing out the dreads and stuff, that all goes back to what the heathens brought over to the Jamaicans. And I did a lesson on that. But see, when you try to explain to a Jake, like, I don't even want to say his name, but the dude that me and Abaniah had a problem with, you know who I'm talking about, Uramya. What's his name? But anyway, he was cool with it at first because he didn't know. But then he got upset when the dude called out Abaniah about the whole dread situation. So when we sat down and did a lesson on it, right, he came on us and was like, see, y'all on GMS, y'all always trying to clown somebody. The brother can wear dread stuff. We was like, where's this coming from? You was cool with it when you got the breakdown, but now all of a sudden you have an issue with it. So yeah, we went into it, we broke it down, and we told brothers, this is the information. You can look it up yourself, so you can know that we're not lying when we try to explain to you that it is a heathen custom. The only difference with Jake is Jake could take something that the heathens are known to do, and they'll make it better. That's why Quam brought out, thou shalt overpass the deeds of the wicked. That's why the Lord got pissed off with us, because y'all trim your ways to seek love from the heathen nations, and then you'll copy and emulate what they doing, and then you'll make it better and turn it into your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm.
Was to do evil.
We look at what these heathens do, man. It's not beneficial to their life, right? Eating camel, eating rat, bat, cat, that right there, that's gonna destroy you, man. Okay, eating roaches. We don't eat roaches. That's not something that we do, right? So these heathen, they're not set apart. They're not Kadash. They're not holy. They first and foremost, they worship gods that can't even talk. They worship gods where they got to go wipe them off. They got to clean them off. That's what Daniel was picking on them for in Bel and the Dragon, man. Right? And they think these things are alive. They believe in these things. What? Moab worships Buddha. Buddha was a Jake. That's crazy. So, you know, they're confused. They're confused in so many ways. You don't want to be like these guys. Come back to the truth. If it resonates to you, if it doesn't, then get ready for an ICBM missile.
You see that boy Dev out there. He laugh at his own jokes, don't you, Dev? That man said, "I'll get fly when it's our time to fly up out of here." You get it?
Fly. Like debunking false beliefs. You said you got a question. What's your question, brother? Or if it's a brother, I don't know. I see you.
It says, should we be worried about the Muslims pushing Sharia law, and can Edomites be wiped out? With YT man not reproducing.
Question.
That's what he said.
Hey, can you come up so we can hear him out properly?
Yeah, come up, bro. If you can come up, come up.
You don't want to put words into his mouth.
If you could come up, come up.
He said he can't.
Okay, he must not. Okay, no, that's all good. We just didn't want to put words into his mouth. So basically, he's asking, what do we think about the white team man not being able to reproduce?
And he said something about Muslims pushing Sharia law.
He said, and I quote, should we be worried about the Muslims pushing Sharia law, and can Edomites be wiped out with YT man not producing or reproducing?
Well, here's the short answer to that. We shouldn't be worried about anything other than the prophecies. Because Yahweh Shem Shah said, number one, evils shall wax worse and worse in the last days. The heathens shall rage, right? But it also says in the Apocrypha that they shall envy us, being the children of Israel, but they should be able to do nothing against us, starting with the elect. So, number one, we're not worried about the Sharia law. Your mindset is on the wrong thing. You should be worried about what Yahweh Shem Shah is going to bring in Jacob's trouble. That's what you should be worried about.
Unless you're sure what, focus on your own salvation. Philippians 2:12. Work out your own salvation. Don't be worried about what the heathen is doing, man.
Somebody get Amos 3 and what's that? Amos 3 and 7 or 6. I should bring when the trumpet is blown. Roughly paraphrasing.
I got it. Amos 3 and 6. And it reads, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh hath not done it? Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Right. So when you ask the question, should we be worried about Sharia law? The Lord just told you, when the evil is brought into the city, who you think did it? It was him. So are you more scared than the Sharia law than being scared of Yahweh Shem Shah, what he's about to bring? Is that what your main focus is on? You see what we getting at? Don't be afraid of what these heathens can't do anything unless the Heavenly Father has sanctioned it. So your mindset should be on the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. What did the Lord say is going to happen? The scripture says that this man in Job, the 21st chapter or the 20th chapter, that this man is going to seek, all right, to establish his enterprise, which is the New World Order. But the Lord said he's only going to get so far, and then he's going to make make it rain upon him the weapons of his indignation. That's where the comfort comes in. So you read that, and if you understand it, you know that, oh, okay, so yeah, even though he's going to establish his new world order, even though he's going to set up the mark of the beast, but the Lord just said he's not going to get far. The Lord is going to take his ass out the moment he establishes it.
Yeah.
So that should bring comfort to you to know that it's not going to last long.
And the answer,
So that should answer your question. Should we be worried about Sharia law? Well, no, because the Lord said he's about to shut all of this shit down. What are you worrying for?
And you
hey,
go
they said he was the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, right? What that mean to you?
hey, Jeremiah, bring out it 2nd Ezra chapter 9, 13 through 15.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. You said 13 and 16?
13 through 15.
Chapter 9, 13 through 15. And it reads, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when."
So we ain't worried about no Sharia law or what's going to happen. Hey, that ain't our focus. We don't care about that. We focus on what? The scriptures. We focusing on Yahweh Ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, and trying to do his will to the best of our ability. So our focus ain't worried about what's the punishments that's coming to these simpletons out here. You see that? We worried about righteous things. We worried about the kingdom to come. We ain't even, hey man, you ain't supposed to be even living in this society, really, man. You supposed to already have your mind frame in the kingdom to come, in our kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
"But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created."
So that's what you're supposed to be doing. All right, seeking out salvation, man. This is what you're supposed to be worried about, not all that other mess, man.
And that even further. Not saying that he's not trying to put you on that, type of vibration, but let me just say this in general. Let's say if you are somebody that's getting caught up what you see going on, according to prophecy, that means your faith is shaken. So when this man lets loose, according to Revelation 12 and 12, all right, and you see what's happening in DC, that's going to be spread across all 50 states very soon. When Jacob's trouble is implemented, if you're more worried about cities being shut down, Sharia law being implemented, this, that, and the third, how you gonna receive and act when he mandates the microchip? That you've already showcased where your faith is at. If you're more worried about little things being passed and how it could abruptly affect you and what you got going on in your lifestyle, that also is an indication of showcasing that you really ain't taking this truth seriously. Let's just call it what it is.
And your name is debunking false beliefs. Well, I got to debunk a false belief that you have in your profile picture of our King Yahweh Shai being a YT man, right? That does not align with Revelations 1, 13 through 15 or Daniel 5 through 6. So that's the first issue that you need to correct in your life, the true image of the King. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're not, okay, if you're going to change it, okay. But what you first and foremost need to do is actually read the scriptures. All right? Read Daniel, the 10th chapter. Read Revelations, the 1st chapter. Understand what Yahweh Shai truly does look like. Because, and this goes for every brother, man. Don't be praying to no damn white man. All right? This is, I was breaking this down like 2 lives ago, man. It's psychological. They're trying to psychologically place themselves in your mind as superior. Right? That's why First Maccabees 3 and 48 is there. They open the book of the law and put their images there because they want you to think that they're superior when they are inferior. They are the most inferior people on this planet. Let me get this one precept. This is Isaiah 14 and 21, going back to your question of them being wiped out. Prepare slaughter for his children, the children of Esau, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So understanding this, Yahweh is going to He's going to slaughter a lot of them, and he's going to prolong them for that 1,000 years, that 1,000-year reign. So they will be slaves and servants in the kingdom, and then they will be eventually wiped out. So yeah, Edomites will be wiped out because they won't be able to produce, but they will produce enough. And if they produce, it will be for the slaughter. That's what it's talking about. So, he's going to bring it all to be how it's supposed to be.
Hey, yo, Maya, bring out 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11.
Kind of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11, and it reads, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved,
But I hope people.
what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Keep going.
Verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
See, that's what we're about. We're looking at hasting, man. We want this shit to come. So when you talk about Sharia law and all, hey, man, bring it all. Hey, whatever could bring destruction to this place, whatever could bring it down faster, bring it, man. That's how we feel about it, man. Why? Because the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. You see that?
All that damn Greek, that Murphy's law, Newton's law, we about to defy all them laws. We talking about the science of the chariots, the science of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We talking about 40,000 miles per hour, 60,000 miles per hour. We talking about teleportation. We talking about everlasting bodies, never being able to unalive. A body where we don't have to eat, or we don't have to. So that's defying the laws of energy. You got to eat to get energy, right? So you can move about. When you don't eat, you don't have no energy. You fasting, your body is eating itself, right? We're defining all that. All those dumbass laws that have came about is going to be destroyed, man. The only law that's going to stand is the law that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah placed on this planet. Y'all got it? I hope that answered your question. And we're going to begin to wrap up, man. Hey, 10 more minutes, and I'm going to get up out of here. It's been a great round table, though, man. The water for you brothers coming through. If anybody got any question, man, before we get up out of here, ask it right now before all the brothers get up out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm finna, I want to say the water, Ahchyam for having me. I'm finna drop down, finna get to camp. We're out here in this cold ass weather. I want to say shalom, y'all bashim shabarakatah, and hopefully I see you brothers later on.
That's preaching the word in season and out of season.
Have a good camp.
Shalom, beloved. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat. And I'm also about to drop down as well. Before I drop down, I hope y'all taking notes on what Shalom, beloved Ahchyam. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Shalom.
So you know what Quam just said?
What?
You know what Quam just said? He said, I'm about to drop out, go to the live, so you're going to wrap it up. Let's get on out of here.
hey, I ain't forgot. When I was teaching that lesson, he was like, where my up again? He said he's going to tell Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah already know. Yahweh Shah probably laughing right now. He laughing at us. My little brother's crazy, bro. Oh, man. But shoot, ain't nobody got no questions, man. We about to get up out of here. Ain't nobody got no questions. The doors of the church are closing.
Man, the doors of the church about to close. Hey, Cockable, get my 40K, bro.
All right, close the doors. Close the doors.
We gonna pass the collection Cash App plate around.
Get my 40K, bro.
In the bio right now.
Oh man. But for real though, nobody got no type of questions, man. Don't ever say we ain't ever asked y'all for questions. Don't ever say that you ain't have a chance. We did pop quizzes, we did Q&As. We did round tables. Anybody could have came up and asked the question.
We done talked
Anything you
about
didn't understand.
prophecy.
Yeah.
We done talked about everything.
Yeah, we hit
So
everything.
y'all know what play to run when it's the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah. Y'all know what played around when it's fourth quarter, right?
I guess they do.
When I say ZYX Patriot double F9, y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I got a question. What's the difference between the song of Moses and the song of Yahweh Shah? Go ahead, Amataza. What's your question? And to the answer to that question, ain't no difference. Amataza, what's your question? Go ahead. Can we get 10 more minutes? I knew he was gonna say that shit. I knew it. I fell for it. All right, man. I'm gonna turn to the east, yo. All praises be to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. Shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. Ate the water for everybody that came through. I pray this was edifying. Kal Halam La Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, for the spirit moving. Kwam Yasha Allah as always, and a Baba Ball to this wicked kingdom. May Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah destroy this bitch yesterday. Y'all brothers got any closing words? Y'all got it?
Hey,
Shit, let's go.
we almost out of here, brothers and sisters. Endure to the end. Keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
The Rashomaf, you got anything up?
I think that brother who was asking the questions earlier, we're hastening the day for Yahweh Shai to come back, and a lot of evil things got to happen for that to come. So that's what we're looking forward to. So we want to see 10,000 on our right hand and 1,000 on our left hand. That's what we want to see. We want to see Esau fall. We want to see these proud women fall. We want to see all these nations in turmoil. That's what we want. We want World War III.
And not only do we want it, we pray for it, man. This is what we pray for. These things are in my prayers. All right. So at the end of the day, like I gave y'all the scripture before, hey, go read it, 2 Ezra chapter 7. Hey, we got to go through the danger to get to the kingdom.
No, I told that brother Thabawa a long time ago, maybe like 2 years ago now, maybe. Golly, it's been that long.
Yeah,
But I said, hey, you know how crazy they look at us? We prophesying the destruction of a place we live at.
Right.
Man, time been flowing because that brother been in the truth like a year and a half now. Tabawa?
Yeah, he been in here for a while now. He came in just right after I did, I think.
Yeah, I remember a brother coming and jumping in my inbox. Hey, can you break this down? Can you break that down? Shit. Yo, this time been flowing, man. That's beautiful.
I just saw a video of him on YouTube a little while ago.
Yeah, he did a video saying 1948 ain't the prophecy or something along those lines.
I don't know, but hey, shalom, y'all. Shalom.
Shalom.